Sorry, y'all. I'm fixing this up because it's looking weird to me, but I don't think it's looking too weird to y'all because I have it up here. It look different. So, you know. Okay. I really gotta get my computer working. I keep getting too lazy to fix that shit. Um, Let me put my chat up. Hey, Shia baby. Hi, Mother Angel. Hi. You said Usher. Stop talking about that nigga. We don't need that nigga back. Him and Chris Brown. They ruined R&B for me. How are y'all doing tonight? Let me open the window real quick. Don't want to smoke myself out in here. He said Usher made a hit with City Girls. It's really. He's just like, I always got him and Jason Derulo mixed up. To be fair, they are the same nigga, right? He said, "Well, I have to dream though." You think about some Usher ass nigga, or there's some people coming through as Usher to woo you and surprise you type shit. That's probably why I got cut short. I'm just saying, because people are sneaking around in the shadows. I filmed a bunch of readings. The only signs I did not do was Leo, because I didn't feel right for some reason. So didn't do Leo and I didn't do Sagittarius. I didn't feel right on neither of those signs for whatever. I don't know what's going on with them. Like I said, I've already kind of tapped into Scorpio enough for me. But I don't know why Sag and Leo I couldn't do. I just couldn't do them for some reason. I thought it was like wrong energy or something. I don't know. I just when I got to it, I was like, oh, I'm too lazy. But at the same time, I felt something at that time. So I don't know. Sag is on some demon time. I love Sag. I love Sag women. Okay, Sag men are a little. My grandfather was Sagittarius. I love them to bits. But when I say ego and pride, it's like when they're on the cusp between Capricorn and Sagittarius. When I say ego and pride, oh my God. And I love them, but Jesus Christ. He's on. What happened to mom? Okay, I guess I might have to read off the phone because I don't know what happened. Okay. I don't know what happened over here. Their ego and pride is a bit too much. It's sloppy because they are so good at socialization, like so good at it. Like the people that are between Sag and Capricorn, the socialization is crazy. They are able to like swindle a fucking. It don't matter what they swindling. They can swindle $1 million for somebody using their vocals. That to me is crazy. That to me is like, that's some shit. I think that to be fair, I'm speaking from a Capricorn Aquarius little mixology there. Well, it's only my sun sign, but that's definitely, unfortunately, who I am. Greedy. So I get them, right? Like I get the cusping, right? I get the Sagittarius and Capricorn have like a little bit of flighty energy. They just don't like to admit when they're wrong, and they don't like to admit defeat, and that triggers me. Because through my life, I've learned that the moment that you admit defeat, the next day you can let it go. The next day you can let it go. The moment you say I fucked up, or that I don't want to deal with this shit, you can let it go. The moment. But that might be my quickster ass, my flash ass mind talking, right? I don't know. Me and my grandfather get along really, really well. And other times, like, we butt heads because it's just a different time, y'all. And I'm black and he's Italian. Sicilian dynamite. That's what I call him, Sicilian dynamite. It's different culture. It's different everything now. Like, he's 81, y'all. He's 81. He's made it to 80. That nigga made it to 81. Proud of him for it. Love that motherfucker. Like, I love all of them. Right? I love my grandmother. I love his mother. His mother was like, that was my favorite lady. That bitch was dropping F-bombs, B-bomb, B-bop. She was going in. She go ham, and then she try to cover it up and act all sweet, like, yeah. You know, I mean, she's a Cancer. That's why I love Cancer so much, I think. It's because of my great-grandmother, Norma. Her name was Norma. Also, I've never met, on the other side, I never met my grandmother's mother, but she was gorgeous. I think this is like, I think she passed something down to me, because my obsession with like these things, right? With like weird, thrifty, like expensive but thrifty. I love Korean clothing because it's so well made and everything. I think my obsession with like that type of stuff comes from Florence, my grandmother's mother. Because when I first saw a picture of her, which wasn't that long ago actually, it was kind of wild. I was like, this lady, gorgeous lady, looked exactly like my grandmother, had like decked out fur coats, everything. I was like, shit. He said my childhood neighbor name was Norma. She loved me so much. I haven't heard about her in years. Hope she okay. She probably is. The Normas are strong. They build strong. My Norma, she lasted until 99, the age of 99. So they strong. I don't know what culturally was built within them, but they strong. She had cancer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. That's fucked up, but they strong. Trust. They be fighting the cancer in their body type shit. Like bam, pop, pop, pop. I love old ladies. Old ladies are so funny, y'all. Because when they're honest, they're funny. If you guys ever need advice, ask an old motherfucking lady, bro. Ask an old lady. Ask an old fucking lady. I'll tell you straight. That's coffee, by the way. I haven't drank in like months. Y'all playing. In a month. Truthfully, I'm so sick of drinking that it's crazy. I did too. I had a lot of families that wanted to adopt me too. Even though they, listen, some of these people are nuttier than, I don't even know, 2 rocks in a rubber band. 2 walnuts in a rubber band. I mean, they would go ham on their kids, like they would go in on their kids, but they would be like, oh, I wish you were While everyone was out tonight, I was at home eating rice and chicken, watching Netflix. I was eating rice and fish, and also watching Netflix. JG. Rice and fish, green bean. I was eating clean too. Fresh. I haven't worked out in 2 days because I had to take a break. I was going way too hard in. It was making me too like aggressive. Tea. Told y'all I don't drink. Water. And one of my favorite drinks right now is Body Armor. It's strawberry banana. I actually don't like the mixture of strawberry and banana, but that shit's good. Impeccable. I guess my I don't know what happened to my computer. It must have like got unplugged or something. So yeah. I'll just look over here, try to see it. It's like old school when I used to use my phone. Can I see the whole live chat though? Yeah. Haven't had a drink since the late days. You can't trust nobody nowadays. I've been spiked in my life probably about 5 times solidly. It's never affected me so much that it like put me out, but it put me out in another way. When they drop the fucking tabs and the drinks and shit. Particularly, I've been spiked like twice, I think. Twice with LSD. They just dropped the dissolvable things in the drink. I'm like, what do you give about alcoholism? I guess my Spotify is just gonna play off because I can't change nothing right now. I can't do nothing. I mean, I can yell at Google. Google won't hear my motherfucking. Google don't understand black people. That sound start. I'm telling you, there ain't nothing. I can't change. I can't change nothing. Unless it's coming from. It might be coming from outside. I'ma move it. Let me see. It must be coming out. I mean, unless spirits are blowing in my shit, but it has to be from outside. Is it okay? I don't know what else to change. Like that's over there blowing. They blowing back and forth over my air conditioner and the fan, but they ain't even blowing towards me right now. It's cold outside. I can feel it. Like I had to change because I wasn't even wearing nothing. Did you listen? No, I never listened back. You think I listen back? I never listen back. I can't. Cause to me, like y'all hear something different. Like when I listen back on my own shit, I'm like, why did I say that? Cause I say some goofy, sometimes completely like void of care shit. All right, I don't. Why did I say that? Coffee and cigarettes ain't good for you out. Receive your labels. Think you give me all my stuff, but it's alright. He didn't give you all your shit. By the way, so website, more progress. Completely switch layout again. Um, I don't want to really hash my goals out, what my goals are right now, but just know it's not gonna be a candle business. I will be selling all like I have about 100 pounds of soy wax right now. It's just sitting, and I will make all the rest of that, but it's not gonna be a candle business. That's all you get though. That's all you get for now. As far as what's going on, like what is this? That's not even on my phone. Is this what is his name? He's just like Usher and shit. Just like Jason Derulo and Usher. Okay, Google. Skip. What song is this? Okay, I can't even hear what song it is to be honest with you. So I'll leave it where it's at. Hey, that's a me. That's a me. Oh, okay, they're going there hard. Say I need that pick ASAP. This one. Yeah, it came out of a dream of mine where someone's face was morphing in between a mask. It was an African dude's face morphing in between a mask, and it was like I don't even know if it was an African dude. I couldn't really tell. Very, very like tribal looking character. He just kept morphing back and forth. So I drew it. I got a lot of drawings up here, like just all over the wall. But yeah, that one I was like interested. I just drew these symbols really. I just think this part is accurate. The eyes are accurate. The red crosses are accurate. This thing right here, whatever, like it looked like a string that was wrapped around the mask, right here on top. That's accurate. The hair even was accurate because it had like hair on it. I drew some goofy ass shit right here too. I drew like a caterpillar right here, a caterpillar. Wrote my name too. I don't know what all this is too. I drew a couple of things over here, but and up here is dream I had about people fishing from the clouds. They were fishing people up, accepting some people and turning some people away, like heaven, right? But not even like heaven. This was like cloud people. I mean, people made out of clouds. They had fishing poles, and they was taking people by like their hair with the fishing pole and reeling some people in, and other people they were just letting them fall. But the most notable thing, like I said, this is how I know it's not heaven. The most notable thing was that they was lifting up a character, like a more evil character, or like a character that was more like it was smoking a joint and like drinking. They were lifting that one up. It had fire in its hair too, but it didn't look like a demon. I wouldn't say evil necessarily. I would just say like more human than whatever was going on below. Then there was a bunch of hands and feet coming up out of the ground, growing out of the ground like plants. And then there's also a person. There was a person up on the clouds as well who was like kind of like a kid on a roller coaster, putting their hands out and like having fun. Yeah, the cloud people are weird. Their motherfuckers are weird because they're huge. They're huge. You're ginormous. But and I wrote the world on the top because it reminded me of the world card. Because the world card, you know how it's like it demands judgment, right? It's like the start of a new beginning, new cycle for the world, not just you. There's many people that are going through the same motherfucking thing. And only a couple of people get through that shit. So I think that's a representation. Only a couple of people are actually able to get through. Then I drew another one too. I drew another one. This one was interesting because it was me, right? But it was me with like some weird ass necklace. I had some weird ass necklace on that kind of looked like a rice ball or like a rice cake. Y'all, you know, like the little, and it had like red in the middle, and then pearls on the outside. It was giant pearls on the outside, and there was women and men clinging onto my legs, feet, hands, neck, head, everything, like small little midgets hanging out of my head, and you know, large people's like just curled around me like almost like a snake coiled around me, and it was all like trying to like grab me. I was like, what the fuck is this? But it almost looks like these two things are connected too. When I look at this picture, it looked like these two things are connected: the cloud people and the people trying to grab. And I have another one up here. This one was interesting because it came with words that I wrote down. I wrote down words. I think it says lost in passion and endless attraction. That's what that one says. And there was a dead woman like whispering in my ear like psst, psst, psst. And she was on fire. I remember that. Then there's another one up here too. This one is a character that showed up in my dreams many times. It's split down the middle, whatever it is, and it talks out one side, you know, talks out of both sides of his mouth with a not a different voice but a different demeanor. I feel like that's more of a representation of myself though, in a way, because of what I got going on up here sometimes. But it had like one side had like more of like a rotten, nasty face. And then the other side had like a perfectly smooth face. Some nice ass lip. Yeah. I got a couple more up here. They aren't really that significant though. These are like, oh, these two ladies too. I had these two ladies too. What the fuck is that? There's something crawling up. Okay. Fuck. It's a cricket. I had these two ladies over here too. These two ladies are like, I don't know. They're interesting. They're interesting. I remember the way they were dressed because they were dressed like, you know, I love saying scantily clad. Scantily clad. They were dressed like whores, basically. But I wouldn't say they were that. One had like blue theme. The other one, actually blue. This one looks blue and green. I can't remember her much, but I just know she had a rose or something attached to her chest. And it was like you can see it. Remember like trying to grab it off of her chest. And then this other chick, she had love tattooed above her, like bones right here, and then she had no eyeball in the one, and she had a bird on her shoulder. And she also, oh yeah, she also had a hole, like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. It was so weird. She had like a hole in a heart. So on her hip, she had a hole. Like it was a tattoo, but not a tattoo. I don't know what the fuck that was that just flew in front of it. But it was a whole heart tattoo where it went all the way through her hip bone. I don't know what the fuck that was either. Where are these things coming from? I need to start drawing again and painting. I want to do painting. I just thinking about that. Just I have like 5 black canvases. I don't know what the fuck that was, y'all. I didn't see anything here. I saw it on the fucking thing, but it might be just dust too. But it was over here, so I don't know. Could be a bug too, because I just saw the cricket's right there, but it is what it is. But I had a couple of black canvases, and I've been thinking about doing some galaxy theme because I've been having a lot of dreams in galaxy form. That shit. I don't know what the fuck. I want to roll back now and look at it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've been having a lot of dreams thing with. First of all, there's this weird ass chick that keeps showing up in my shit. I don't think it's someone from my past. I'm gonna be honest with you, but she got black eyes. Like her eye color, like the color of everything in here is black. Not empty. I want to say it's empty because she seemed normal, but her eyes are black. And she I don't know, man. I don't know. She got black eyes though. She been showing up every single night. Every single night. I think she's one of my guys, low key. But I don't know. I'm not gonna make that assumption. Might be one of my old friends who passed away as well. She kind of gives me that vibe too, but not too sure. Saying painting will be so wholesome. I wish I was good as these artists around here. I love looking at people's. Oh, don't worry about that though. Don't worry about that though. Hey Frankie, don't worry about that. I don't care. See, this is the thing. I just draw from memory, and whatever comes out comes out. Even if that shit look like two stick figures, I'm gonna do it when I feel like it. Though, I've been wanting to do more tattoos. I've been getting the impulse lately, like the itching and scratching to do more tattoos. I don't like explaining meaning to people though. Like I know the meaning, but all my meanings are all crazy. It's a form of channeling for me. Yeah, it's a form of channeling. Writing is also a form of channeling. He said, yeah, I consider it. I bet you really good, JG. And I bet you lying to me, right? She said, I'm going to criticize my art, but everyone else is good. You do tattoos? Yes, I do. So, sort of. I've done tattoos on other people. I've also done many, many, many tattoos on myself. Most of which you can't see right now, thank the Lord. But yes, I do tattoos. I've done, let's see, let me go down the list. I've done a snake tattoo on somebody. I've done a rose tattoo on somebody. I've done a name tattoo on somebody. And that's a long story. Long story short, I don't know what happened to that bitch. I've done a heart tattoo on, I've done 3 hearts down someone's. That one was a little, but it is what it is. I've tattooed asses. I've tattooed a titty. It's all little small things because people was like, we don't trust you. I don't trust myself neither, but I'm gonna do it. If you pay me, I'm gonna do it. Give me the sun and moon. I actually have a sun and moon drawn with faces. They have faces on them, but I haven't been able to do that yet. I just don't feel like I've been working so hard. I don't feel like taking out the time to do shit now. I've done like a lot of shit on myself that is representative just of like the certain points. At some point I was doing like tattoos every 2 weeks just on myself. I would say I don't regret most of them. I've had other people tattoo me too. This one is not mine. I like it, but it's not mine. Here, my grandmother wanted me to get roses. Yeah, I got roses. But I want to get a tiger tattoo on my back. A Chinese tiger. Because I like how the Chinese tigers just look so ugly. I love that. It looks cool as fuck to me. It's kind of like how pugs look. A little retarded, but moon sign. Okay. They talking about people's moon sign. What's y'all's moon sign? It's affecting you. Whatever your moon sign is, it's affecting you right now. Mine is Taurus. Who the fuck is this? Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Scared. You know my Cancer, right? Yours is Capricorn. You said I have lilies on my arm. Capricorn and Cancer. Oh, opposite. They're opposites. It always be affecting me. Yeah, they're opposites. Strong, strong opposites. But I've throughout my whole entire life, like I said, I've never not gotten along with a Cancer. I mean, I've had a screaming match with one, but that's my ex, and she was like, she a little wild, she was a little spooky, but we got along. Other than that, like the one time, I think that's the only relationship I actually had. Like we was able to talk out a screaming match versus the alternative. Yeah, it's very easy to make Cancers cry. To be fair, but I think it's sweet, and I think that just shows how much range of emotion they got. Okay, it's a range of emotions. Y'all show the emotions that people, don't show, which is good. It's healthy. Sometimes. Sometimes. Have I really only done one cigarette? This one too. Got this one too. This one was like I must have been. I was higher than life with most of the things that I have on my body. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got I cannot remember. Uranus. Can't do all but I like calling it Uranus because someone in high school told me that was the proper name. I'm sleepy as fuck. Get your ass back to bed. See you later. Yep, and please, yeah, hit me up sometime. Miss Toy. Miss Toy is actually she's pretty fun. I seen her Instagram. She's pretty fucking funny. I need another reading note. Hit me up when you're awake, love. I've been thinking about doing it all day stream. I know I do night streams all the fucking time, but we get so many trolls coming through. Your anus. I'm in my return right now, about to be 43. Okay. Yeah. Gonna hit you on IG for real. I'm trying to be more consistent with y'all, okay? People that I fuck with, that I like. And we'll keep it business oriented. I'm playing. Night is good. But I want to do at least one day stream to show y'all how energetic I am all the time. I can't put like you saying how you gotta go lay back down because you're so drowsy eyed. I can't do that shit. I need to get to like a sleep study thing. I love to do that. A sleep study. I want them to see what's going on with my brain when that shit happens. I know it's ADHD, right? But I want to know more. Probably getting spiked or some shit. Christina. Hello, Christina. You're new? I haven't seen you before. They said Christina's a little intuitive, too. I'm offing now. I feel that. For real. Yeah, Christina a little intuitive. What do you do tarot, Christina? Oh, bitch. Get in there. You do tarot, Christina. As we speak, you're doing tarot right now? Okay. You got your own channel and everything like that? Or you just do tarot for yourself? Because honestly, I've been kind of looking at the tarot for yourself thing as just another perspective. Because while I want to say is not good for long term, because sometimes, like I said, when you're just using your own energy all the time, When tarot is kind of like that bigger life, it's a bigger view, a wider view. It's like a spectacle, okay? I do think when you're in the process of healing, it's really good for you too. But yeah, you do have to take a break. I realize that I don't do tarot for myself every day. I couldn't. Because to me, I like the world as it is. I don't like to look through the glass. I like to just be there. And then when I feel something, I feel it. And then it's there. And then I do it. And then it's there. And then I don't do it. But I know a lot of people that do tarot for themselves that seem pretty, I wouldn't say stable, but I would say curious. I wouldn't say completely stable, right? Not a knock. Just, I want to say completely stable. Oh, they said 10 pounds. Sad turn. I wasn't let here for no reason. Yes. And she be doing the tarot. Deeply feared. Deeply feared. Pisces. Pisces is deeply feared. Or has a deep fear. I heard racial superiority, or a superiority complex, or a complex to do with certain races, or cultural discrimination. Maybe people just be targeting Pisces right now, because that honestly, when are Pisces not like the center of someone's like crossbow? When are Pisces not that? You got what I'm saying? Pisces get knocked hard. And I fuck with Pisces. I mean, I've had bad experiences, but I still fuck with Pisces. I still tap into Pisces. Like, Pisces is my Venus. That's my love. That's how I love and appreciate people. That's my, like, when I do get married, like, that's my loyalty. That's my, I fuck with Pisces, okay? Don't get it twisted. I might talk some shit on how crazy y'all can be, but I talk some shit on myself and everybody else in the zodiac. I think I prefer my oracle deck. I feel that too. Oracles I've been looking at a little bit differently too, because I judged them very harshly before. I just don't like the words on the cards. I like pictures. I don't like words. I like using the one side of my brain that is kind of like, I just don't like, I'm a fast reader too. Like, I can read things super fucking quick. That's how I get answers so quickly, y'all. I read very, very fast. I just can't articulate those things a lot of the time. I'm a Pisces moon. Okay, that's the moon sign. That's why they're talking about that. Pisces moon, Cancer sun, and Taurus rising in old astrology. So are you talking about Vedic? I'm Capricorn sun, Taurus moon, and Taurus rising in Vedic. I love Vedic. I don't really like Western, because Western to me is very, very what is it, spun, just like the West spins everything. It's very spun in people's favor, and I don't fuck with. I want to know, like, my curses and my dharma, the darker side. Like, don't y'all want to know the darker side of your soul? I love learning the darker before I learn the lighter shit, because I want to know what I had to work on and deal with. And Capricorn, money, Taurus, muddy, obsession with materialism. This one has beautiful pictures. I fuck with the art. This one, so this is a tarot deck that I haven't used, and I kind of knocked it in the beginning because I was like, this kind of, it's not that, but I like it. I actually do. It reminds me, like, the clown. Like, I love clowns. I don't really have an obsession with them, but I like clowns. So I had a joke, but I held it back. All right, let's see. I like this one has like goblins and shit on it. Like, look. Oh. Little goblins and shit. He said, Leo sun, Aries moon, Gemini rising. I knew I liked you. That's exactly how I'm going through it. You can't have light without the dark. Yo. I think Why? Because it was stupid. Here's the Justice card. That's Libra right there. Save some space for her. I love Libra. I'm an Aquarius Sun, Taurus Moon, and Gemini rising. It's Gemini rising as well. So I'm your opposite. Treat me kindly. No, with my opposites, I get along. Just like I get along with Cancer, I do get along with Leo. Y'all aren't that different, okay? One is very, very adept to like attention and stepping their front foot forward and kind of screaming in your face. The other one like backing away, be like timid but outspoken. Cancer is outspoken. I don't listen to Lil Uzi, and he's on right now, and I kind of vibe with him. So having duality, yeah. Y'all gotta look at your opposites to know what you gotta work on for real. For real, for real. Cancers are assholes. I love Cancer though. Can't see, hey Scorpio, Cancers are assholes, and that's why I like it though. I like the shortness. I do. I like that they don't fuck around or dance around topics. The first time I ever had met a Cancer, way back when, before I even knew about the zodiac, the first time I had ever met a Cancer, she immediately told me to my face what I was doing wrong with approaching her. I like that. I fuck with that. To me, it's not insulting. I love to know what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it. Overall, you can't fix everything though. Sometimes you're just never right in certain situations with certain people. You're never right. And that's sometimes how Cancer is too when they're a little bit cagey. You're never right to them. Like you're always doing something wrong. You're like, okay. Like, I just smiled. Can I smile at a cashier? Aries too. Aries is that way too. All right. Yeah, cancers are protective of themselves, the family, their background. Let's see. They said talk about birthdays. Leo's birthday. It's Leo's birthday. So birthdays. Whose birthday? When's your birthday, Miss Leo? They really be talking like, I particularly like Josiah and Tokyo's Revenge, because even through like the little emo vibe they got going on, they do be speaking volume. Yeah, it's the Gemini energy right there. Third house Gemini. Siblings. Speaking, talking, the telephone, cell phone, communication, learning, early education, being able to view people through the third person. That's what I think the third house represents to me, is being able to view people from the third person. You don't need to be there to be square. Mercury just has that vibe too. Mercury is a weird ass planet, and they learning shit about the planets that are like, at least I know right now. I just think we're so, like, the public is so behind on what's going on up there, and it's not because you can learn it through Vedic astrology. You can't learn it through Western. You can't learn it through none of that shit. You can't learn it through the telescope in the sky. You got to be up there, touching the fucking planet to understand. But or you can be extra tapped into like the intuitive shit. What y'all doing? Y'all want readings or what? Y'all motherfuckers. Y'all just came here to hear me talking shit. 999, I see it. 999. I heard something about Jupiter as well. Why does this not pop? So I've been looking for y'all. I'm like, why is nobody saying anything? And this shit doesn't pop up. This is why I usually have it over here, but we're having some technical difficulty. He said, "For my opposite, I like my opposites. I knew my other place. I didn't realize how much I came across of the cancers. Can I pay for questions? You can. One of my best friends is a cancer. I love cancers. I was driving to get some food. I saw a truck hit a girl on a bike. It was 11. I've only seen a hit once ever in my life. That shit is foul. It's very scary. So where I work, the building is literally called Mercury Insurance Building. Interesting. Mercury Insurance Building. Hi, Dom. That's my third house. I saw some of my third house. I'm about to pay for 3. All right, BK. Show me what you got. We won't hold back. I heard art of healing the heart. If someone's healing some sexual trauma too. Yeah, healing some sexual trauma, some romantic trauma. Through witchcraft. Okay. Yeah. Through witchcraft. This really pisses me off, y'all. Y'all not even. You're on August 11th. Okay. Why my fiance like couldn't keep up. Couldn't keep up. Slow ass. Hello there, Safari Tarot. Good to see you. If y'all wondering what I'm looking at, I kind of made like a little side deck. Crucifixion, Art of Man. Blood of Ancients, Adaptive Genes. People who are able to adapt faster than the normal person. Aries and Scorpio. Why have I been having these weird ass dreams lately? It wakes me up out of my sleep. Let's try to see why you having some weird ass dreams. Usually that means you're intuitively bumping into somebody. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, somebody's psychically messing with your energy. So hold on. Let's see. Who you been fucking? That's usually it. And if you haven't been fucking anybody, who have you been intimate with? Like passing, sharing cigarettes, sharing weed, and who you been touching on? Even if it's like y'all just sharing saliva, swapping spit. Who you been fucking? Who you been fucking? Huh, BK? You're reading someone's energy. That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. So you are in someone, you know when I probably, okay. Yeah, right. But I'm saying, even if you've just been touching the same things as other people, say, okay, let's completely cross off the sexual thing. Say it's a friend. Okay. Say it's a friend. Say you just been around a friend a lot, or been around somebody a lot. It could be your own parent. That's gonna be what's giving you the weird. Whoever it is, that's gonna be who's giving you the weird dreams. Not, and it might be them projecting onto you, but you don't even need to hear the words in order to know that that person's energy is off kilter. Okay, like it's a little tilted. You got me? Like when you look at them, you kind of look at them like you gotta like listen a little bit. Like, are you good? Are you okay? That's the person that's fucking with your energy right now. That's why you're having strange dreams, though. You're reading a person's energy. You're not really meaning to do it. It just happens sometimes when you're a little bit tapped in. Okay? When you're tapped in, that's what happens. I don't think it's your first experience either doing that type of shit. I'm gonna say you probably smoke, something of that nature. You smoke or you drink. There's something to do with you becoming very clear something when you smoking and drinking or anything, any of the above. Could even be exercise. Okay, it's like anything that triggers the endorphins and the psychological warfare type shit. That's what's happening. Tell us the dreams. Maybe she don't want to get that intimate, but if I hope you're a she, you know, BK, Burger King, and then the sky. My dreams are always random and vivid. Vape, something about stopping because I feel it's fake. It is. It's nicotine. Nicotine triggers a massive amount of dopamine at all time. That's why so I've been smoking way too much. I think that's what fucked up my workout routine too. And it made me so angry, so salty, because you get really reliant on it. So if you've been, like I said, you're tapping into people. You're tapping into people. I'm not the only one with fucked up dreams, for sure, for sure. I feel like also you've been getting a lot of recognition based on how you're dressed. What she been? What's she been doing? Has she been spending a little bit of money on some finer things? Some finer things, yeah, because they say you off a perk 30. She said, you might be one of those, like, I don't really think I look good today type people, but people think you look good, so I'm going to take their word for it. Like I said, I see somebody that you had been screwing with in some type. Okay, so also, intimacy doesn't just mean touch either. Okay, you could be intimately talking to somebody about your sex life. That can also trigger an opening because you're creating the drive. Okay, you like connecting in. Okay, you're connecting. You're having a heart to heart with somebody who don't have the right mind space. Okay, so pay attention to those dreams because those are warnings essentially. Say that's funny. That's exactly what I'm doing. Working on my day right now. Sex, anything, clear that energy. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're even talking about it. If you're talking about being intimate with someone, it can still trigger those feelings and emotions because it's intimacy, y'all. We can't forget intimacy existed, even if we didn't get any from our parents type shit. Intimacy can mean talking, praising someone's body. Will this shit pop the fuck up? I've been keeping it good, and that's healthy. So keep a journal, keep it close, read back those things. I do a lot of the googling. Okay, when I see certain oh my y'all, I had this crazy dream. I don't want to make it about myself until I finish the questions. But oh my god, y'all, I have this shit written down, but. Shit. You're gonna get some of the there's always an exchange between peoples. I heard liquor courage or nicotine courage. Maybe you get courage from smoking on the vape, but smoking on the vape also triggers like things inside of you to be a lot more extreme than they actually are. It gives you anxiety. Okay, nicotine gives you a lot more anxiety. It does, because it makes you jittery, it makes you feel good, and then once you don't have that temporary little puff, then it's all sorts of fucked. And then when you're anxious, you're also vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, then you're also picking up on everybody else, except for yourself. So that focus, you wanted to focus on you and do all these things for you, and it's not working. You're not able to tap into it. You're able to tap into the other pieces of shit around you. At work, or when you're just driving your car, or walking down the street, or she be breaking necks with what she be wearing lately. Yo. She be really going all out with the thoughts too, yeah. Your dreams are always a shit too. I want to. Oh my! This one is so good, y'all. When you hear it, you're gonna fuck. You're like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? I bet. Oh my god, I can't. I feel like that it was a biblical dream too. Any advice on new love? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to question you about is your anger. Why is it that you hold resentments towards people, maybe like new people coming into your life, when you don't even know them necessarily? Okay, there's something to do with resentment or feeling that it's not like hatred necessarily, it's just resentment. Being very like mad in your head, but not really saying that. Okay, like you don't say why you're mad. You kind of just expect people to know why you're mad and why you're pissed off. Why is there like open resentment towards maybe new people for you? Because that's something that's been affected. I get trust issues, right? But there's something that you think like, there's a lot of things that you think so deeply about. It's like, I guess it would be trust issues, right? So when you're approaching new love, they really want you to focus on saying what's on your mind. Don't hold it in, right? Because the problem with that is, I always say you got to learn the difference between your anxieties and your intuition. Okay, like your little psychic bumps that you get. When something makes you anxious, it might be you, but you vocalizing that will help the person understand, versus y'all getting into it after having a conversation and they don't even know what the fuck is going on with you, and then after the fucking yelling and screaming or whatever, then you talk about what your problem is. Talk about your problem, okay? I know confrontation is scary, right, for you, but you need to say something, even if you're not looking them in the eyes directly. I know that's an issue, but that's confrontational, right? When you learn at someone in the eyes and be like, nigga, you done bad, that's confrontational. If you just take the approach of like, hey, I'm uncomfortable, like I don't feel this, I don't feel the vibe, like what's your problem, like, okay, you got me. That's your advice, is that you're healing. In the process of healing, I heard something to do with your Saturn. Okay, so something to do with your astrological chart too, Saturn. Your Saturn is a little crooked. I want to say you have a fire sign in your Saturn. Okay, and so that's how quick on business you are. The reason why you either have a fire sign or a water sign, because you hold back your business, if that makes sense. You're not quick on it as you should be. That's not even just financial. That's like your approach to relationships. Is like, how authoritarian you are. You don't feel comfortable enough to confront somebody, but you should feel comfortable, because what I always say is, when you're defending yourself or confronting an evil, even if you don't feel like it's necessarily that person, obviously choose your words wisely too. You don't want to hurt someone's feelings for absolutely no fucking reason, but that brings value to yourself. When you say what's on your mind, that's bringing value to your life, to you, because you're saying you need to pay attention to my feelings. How is anyone else supposed to know your feelings or pay attention to you and your feelings if they don't know what they are? So that's my point. I think you could do it easily though, because you're pretty, like, you're smart in a little way. Don't think I didn't see. Like to play dumb sometimes. right? You like to play a little, you know, hey nigga, like, you know, I'm just some pretty little flower lily ass whore. I'm sitting out here, you know, looking all sweet. No, no, she's smart. I don't. What's it? What you got going on in your top three, DK or BK? Burger Queen. I'll stop playing with your name. It's the fact that that it's only two letters that throw me off a little bit. The BK, DK. Will this stop? If this shit don't start popping up for real, cause shit's annoying. I got you, Brooklyn. Okay. Yeah, your top three. So your sun, your moon, and your rising. If you don't know, that's fine. But you got a sun sign. I know you do. Your sun, your moon, and your rising. I heard rising star too. So maybe Aquarius is in there somewhere. And that would make sense on that quiet the little quiet thing you do where you're like, you gotta read me. You gotta read me to see me. And she be sitting back like, read me to see me. And the playing dumb shit too would also make sense with Aquarius, but could be a couple of others too. Cancer does that too. Now I want a Whopper. I haven't had BK Burger King in so long. Squirt. Taurus, Sun, and we got so many. See, y'all saw the message. Y'all saw the message and carried that shit. Taurus is also very shy too. Very, very, very shy. Timid. I mean, y'all will say what's on your mind. Don't get me wrong, but that's where all that anger comes from. It's the Taurus and Scorpio right there. And she's opposite. So she constantly conflicting inside her head like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What do I say it? Do I say it? And then the last minute, you're like, blah, blah, blah. And people are like, I don't understand you. Probably get that a lot where people are saying, I don't understand you. Which is kind of fucked up. But that just means they're not intelligent enough, babe. That's all a part of the game. It's all part of the scenario. They're not intelligent enough to understand you. That's just it. They can't read your mind though. Comes out like we're about mind does. I know exactly what you're saying. Okay, because I'm the same way. I have Scorpio Mars, so my anger is very hot and cold. And I could say some very cruel, fucked up things, and then the next moment, just like, I forgot what I said. Hand to God, I forgot what I said. Hand to whatever the fuck is up there, I forgot what I said. Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio in the 8th house makes me easy to trigger. Peace and love. I'm a Leo rising, Cancer. Okay. She said I'm a Leo rising, Cancer and Pisces. Okay, so you're a Cancer, Pisces. Yeah, we got all the people that I was talking about too coming up here. I was talking Pisces. Pisces I fuck with, and more Leos than I'm kind of expecting. What's y'all? Where y'all come from? The woodworks. Calling up out of the woodwork. I'm not complaining because I do like me some Leo. Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising. Jesus! She's the triple nipple. It sounds like I said nipple. Nipple. She's the fucking wham, 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 bam. Got you. Okay. So, Brooklyn. You got another question. And then also I will do some free because, you know, it is what it is. It's the morning. Advice on how to start my spiritual... Oh, shit. Okay, so little shy girl, she coming and she said, how do I? You hear my voice. How do I? I can't even do my throat. How do I do it? You put, well, first of all, you put your back into what you do spiritually, okay, and intellectually. So I already know that you're good in that. It's so sometimes I think you have problems with the follow through. Thank you, Christina, for the super chat. Sometimes I think you have problems with the follow through, and it's not because you're lazy. And I fucking hate when people call Taurus lazy, because that's not fucking true. When we're not interested in a certain thing, then we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it if we're not in, like, hi Anna, we're not going to do it. Okay, so don't try to make me do something that I don't want to do. Don't try to cowpoke me, bitch. Okay, so you're trying to do it from another approach. Okay, a completely different approach. That's what you want. Is a complete, like, you want a completely, like, decked out everything. But you got to learn to start from the bottom. Okay, you got to learn to bow down. I hate, because, like, you know, you asking for business advice, and I hate this too, is when people try to give me business advice when I don't ask. Okay, you have so much, like, potential as far as being a businesswoman. Like, you have so much potential. You know you're beautiful. You know you have the accents, the vocals, she got the little New Yorker shit going on, whatever. Like, I feel like you're all you gotta do is really think about what message that you want to bring out to people. Okay, this is how I kind of started my own tarot channel and started doing shit like this. What message are you trying to bring to people? Are you trying to bring them the soft version of you, the little sweetie pie, sugar plum, honey bunch, that type? Are you trying to bring out the you saw that? Yeah. The little dark descent, like like, fuck you, piece of shit. Watch yourself. You be trying to bring that? Because I feel like there's they talk about your mood. You're trying to bring out the emotional side of you, which might be that way, right? Might be something that also calms your anger too. Like, it calms you down. Okay? So I would say the first thing that you got to do is plan what is the difference between you and everybody else. And I know that you know, right? What I'm saying right now is not that crazy. You already know that you're different, okay? So how are you going to bring this? I want to know how you're going to, I don't want to know, but you want to know. Spirit wants to know, how are you going to bring this? The mean side of me is ugly. I love it. I love it. I do. I love mean side of everybody. Okay? Because that shows the true character, right? Because underneath we need that balance where it's like, when I feel like Taurus is so patient, and that is scary to a lot of people, because a lot of people are used to reactors. Okay, especially in the spiritual world, used to the reactors. People snapping off the hook and acting fucking stupid when a person asks a simple question. Thank you, Honor. Okay, and the second piece of advice I'm going to give you is, you're afraid of being called crazy, but spirituality in itself is like, everything is crazy. Okay, religion is crazy, and that's, to me, that's like the polar opposite of religion. Religion is like a stuck in the old way of things, and spirituality is the new way of things. It's viewing the world not from the fucking little tiny looking glass. It's viewing the world from a whole entire different perspective. Okay, so you got to not be scared to be crazy, because you won't be saying some crazy fucked up shit, and people are going to be looking at you like you're strange, but that's okay. Just as long as you understand what you're saying, that's okay, because you will attract your tribe as far as what your spiritual business is. It doesn't matter if you're making shit, even if you're making shit, you're trying to just get clients and make shit, or doing tarot like this. People will be attracted to you automatically. You don't got to worry about it. You don't got to worry about it. Okay, get out of your fucking skull, shawty. And then my cigarette go, you made my cigarette go out. See, she be blowing shit. Blowing me out the water and say, yeah, see, that's a sign. It's a sign of a star. So why are you afraid? Okay, so why are you afraid to take the risk to starting this chapter? I know you want to be fully decked out, and I know you want to have everything already But like I said, start from the bottom. Start from the very beginning. Okay? You're not gonna be some big wet willy right away. You're not gonna be some big wet willy right away. It's gonna take some time, but you're gonna pop off. Pop off. If you're trying to start YouTube, my suggestion is shorts. Post tons of shorts. They're the like 1 minute little thing, because people's attention span is gone. It's got wiped away. People don't have no attention span no more. Okay. What tools do you need? What more tools do you need other than yourself? Because I think, you overthinking it a little bit. Perfectionism and procrastination, I struggle with that too. So, baby, do me a favor, right? Wipe across the board what you think is going to happen. Because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be... What you think is going to happen is not going to happen. Okay? It's going to be chill. And you're going to enjoy it. Okay? You're going to love it. Stop thinking that you're going, like, I get failure, everything like that. But you build your business as you go. That's kind of like to me, I love that shit. I love being able to build on something, always invest back in myself. I love that. Okay? I love it. It's the most satisfying experience in the world. Always investing into your family, always investing into your stability. I love that. It's the best feeling in the world. So, everything that you've been anxious about, wipe it off the map. It's not going to happen. Okay? I appreciate you, BK. A little Brooklyn gang. All right. Let me scroll. Let's see what's going on here. Who else asked questions? So, I don't know. Where are you from? Where are you from? Lazy, cold, yeah. Fuck all those people who call anyone fucking lazy, because they don't even know. Like, they don't know what you're going to, what path you're going down on the low. They don't even know you at all. So that's fast. Ain't nobody know nobody. Truthfully, we only know ourselves. And even that's a fucking struggle. So please don't tell me you know my life. Nope. Nope. Using your dark in appropriate time. Exactly. Someone was like, how you get that much smoke out of a cigarette? Well, been doing this a long time, y'all. Is there someone keeping an eye on me at my job and why? Yeah, let's see. Old news. You snooze, you lose. That's what I say. You snooze, you lose. Old news. Someone is eating you up. I could feel that. You crazy, yeah. Always calling people crazy, but don't even know the meaning of the word. Okay, so yeah, someone is eating you up, Miss Leo. I'm gonna call you Leo, cause that's funny. I must say, there's some old coot. There's an older woman. There's an older woman who's keeping us very, 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 very close eye on you. I would say even in a spiritually manipulative way. I don't know. Maybe it could even be the content stealing type. Could be, like I say, I'm gonna say it's another reader. Okay, content stealing type. Possibly. If not, it's like someone who tries to steal your personality. Okay, it's like, okay, so you come out with this boisterous, beautiful. She got her perfect. Leo's the most beautiful mouths in the century. Most beautiful eyes, the big wide eyes. Be like, try to steal your shit, steal your thunder. Okay. Like I said, it's an older woman. I could see, if not older, she looked like an old hag. Okay. She looked old. She looked like she should be in the home. She crazy. I mean, I must say something. If you talk to this person, right, this could be like a reader that you kind of just like, like y'all going off of, like whatever. There's a lot of playing pretend and the weird shit going on there. I don't like her energy because it comes off as fake, and you feel this when you're talking to this person. When you're having a you know this person's fake. Like this is not something that you don't know. This is something that you know. Like factually, it's a fact. It's like they pretend to synchronize with you. Or, I heard synchronized swimming. They pretend to swim the same direction, but they're not like that at all. In fact, they're very heavily envious of Miss Leo, who is who. I'm talking to, what was her tab? Hold on. What was your tab, lovely? That's why I call you Leo. Dancing Fire Tarot. Definitely Dancing Fire. I think you know who I'm talking about by now, because it's definitely someone who's spiritual. You said, I used to be a dancer, but I got a job as a cashier. Okay, so is there people that you like, is there a woman, or particularly an older woman, because she's also spiritual, you might talk about this type of thing with her. I'm gonna say that you talk about certain things, because Leo can't shut their mouth. Y'all can't shut your goddamn mouth. She's creepy crawly, gives you chills, give you goosebumps. Okay, you know who, I know that you know who I'm talking about. Okay, and that's a fake bitch. And the only suggestion that I have for you, because you wear the mask so well that you're comfortable around this person, is is looking in on you. Okay, by the way, I think I must say she's might be even attracted to you. It might be weird, but I must say she's attracted to you. More or less attracted to being you, but still attracted nonetheless. Okay? I know you know who I'm talking about, okay? Like I said, she might be fat, could be overweight, or like I said, it's just there's something about her appearance that stands out heavily. She might be as young as you are, but looks old as fuck. Like the chrysalis type. Oh. You got me? You got who I'm talking about? You narrowed that down? Did I narrow that down for you? Cause she all time, she be like, it's just some weird. She be asking for your no. She dibbles and dabbles. I feel like she's the L in LGBT. You got me? Yeah, she say I know exactly who you're talking. She be like giggling and like she be like, oh my god, not that bitch, not that. She said, I heard her go. She said, please don't please don't come near me. But you like using your charm on everybody. That's also you like using your little charm on everybody. You don't really care who it is because you know you're attractive. But this comes with a consequence and a price, because when you talk about your little tarot and everything, people start listening, perking up ears. Even if they say, I never even heard of that, they've heard of it. Trust me, everyone has heard of it. Everybody knows about it. What else do we have going on? Yeah, they talk about her being bougie too. We brought her Gucci. Yeah, don't you start getting into the little workplace romance, Miss Leo. No. I'm playing with you. I need someone to eat me up. Now that particular lady, that's evil right there. She be hiding behind the face and shit. Baby Oracle. Do you still do generals? I do. Ooh. Hit that filter. Hello, motor culture. Who else we got for question? Lined up for question. Who paid for song? Who paid for song? And then I slapped the free shit out of the way. I can't believe. Sometimes when I look outside, I'm like, how is it morning? It is what it is. Damn, that's good. She asked about her. Okay, Anna, where you? Anna. Anna asked about her ex. What did she say? Let's see, because I can't. It's what I'm seeing right now on my phone. Right, is 4 bars of chat, and I just keep scrolling and waiting for the chat to load. Waiting for the chat to load. So you might have to repost. Ask about her ex. She in love with her ex. I didn't say no. She in love with the ex. Someone got humbled. No, someone. I heard humble, but someone got humbled recently. I feel like it was you, Anna. It's just shit popping up. Did she leave? Did she leave? I wonder if I can see all who's in here. Wondering your thoughts on being how okay, being smeared by an ex. So ex be talking shit. Talking all that S, is that what you're saying? So that's ego, right? Ego wants to respond to scumbags. I still see love there, though. I see, all that. So I feel like that's what's standing in the way. Is that particular feeling is that someone you once loved or someone you still love, have love for it, and yet they slash you. So dropping the ego is going to be a lot harder because you have feelings involved. But there's no trust there no more. There's no stability there no more. It's like I feel like you look at it through rose-colored glasses, like, oh my God, he love me, or didn't I love him? But what about all the shit that happened, that went down? There's no, you shouldn't respect, so you still shouldn't. I think, to be fair, everybody want to be a friend to an ex and all that kind of shit. Still want to rekindle, still want to do this, still want to do that. But you got to think about the negatives too. Got to think about what happened. And it's not that you deserve the treatment that you're getting necessarily, but people gonna be pained and hurt for a while, and you got to learn to navigate away from that. Okay. Don't project the same behavior back to that individual. You have to move yourself on somewhere else. Stop watching the social media. Stop listening to him on the phone, breathing heavily and calling you a whore, slut, bitch. Block and move away. Because y'all ain't synchronizing no more. We ain't synchronized swimming no more. Okay, you're not moving in the same direction anymore. And I feel like it's been like that. Remove yourself. Stop. Just stop, man. You gotta, that ego, man. Well, he loved me. He said he loved me. He said what? Because you're calling you a dirty whore, slut, bitch. No matter what you did. That doesn't sound like love to me. That don't sound like love to me. Sounds like someone who's trying to knock down your into your insecurities so that they can manipulate and fuck with your emotions and make you feel sorry for yourself. It sounds like a jealous individual, right? Like I said, no matter what you've done, even if you slept with another individual, even if you slept with another, even if you was unfaithful, even if you kissed another man, rubbed up, it doesn't matter. Still respect. Maybe you didn't respect that person, but if the love was real, they should have respected you. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, I don't know where she went, but that it is the way it is. He said, that's a Leo leaving that essence girl. Gotta tell them all not to fall in love with you, man and women. Yeah, Leo. For real. All right. Did anyone else pay for something? I'm looking. I'm scrolling. And Christina, did you have a question? Excuse me. I paid for another. Okay, so shit. Yeah, she's getting into. She said, "Tell me more about myself. I love it." She said, "I love it." I don't mind. I don't mind either. I can't wait to go outside, man. When it's sunny and not cold like this. Your baby mother, yeah. Don't disrespect your baby mother. Even if the baby mother a whore, it don't matter. The word whore shouldn't leave your mouth. Even if she promiscuous. Like, damn. He said, what's my mother's problem? Why she acting so mean? Stick up the ass. Alright. Stick up the ass. Let's see. Oh. She's old. She's getting older. Attachment problems. I'm going to go down the list here. Attachment problems. She's getting older. She feels like you detached from her in some type of way. She doesn't feel like you're paying enough attention to her. She feels like you don't value your time with her enough. What else? What else? She feels like the path that you're going down currently right now, like on your little spiritual journey and everything like that, is like hard to believe or like hard to digest. Because she doesn't, yeah, it's something that makes her feel uncomfortable because she's like, she thinks of it from the old way or like the old person perspective where it's like, you gotta work for what you got. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. I feel like she's not really understanding you at all, really. And that's what I mean, like, from earlier too, how people just misunderstand. They don't understand it. And so then they judge it. Okay, it's no longer a peaceful protest. They start acting like all sorts of wild about it. Okay? Yeah, like do better for yourself. Like do better. She doesn't even know what you're going through mentally or emotionally. I feel like it's your choice to tell her and let her know. But either way, she shouldn't assume shit because she put in the ass and assume. You know what I mean? She being an asshole. And I see all love, like I said, she loves you. But love comes with respect, especially when you're grown. When you're a grown-ass woman, when you're two grown-ass women, regardless of being mother and child, there's respect there. Okay? It has to be. And it makes you want to lash out too. But you got to know this is a part of your freedom and breaking away. Okay, she might throw her ass a little bit, but when she sees you, She might make a couple of different judgments. She is judgmental hood. What sign is she? She got a little Libra up in there, I know. Little Libra, possibly a little Capricorn. Very old school. Doesn't views the world through like the material and all that. Doesn't believe really, believes in spirit, I guess, or you could say God, but that's even rough for Cap too. Because Cap is the devil. She's a Pisces. Okay, they are hateful sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. They are hateful sons of bitches. I love me Pisces, but y'all are hateful. You can be. So if coming from a Pisces perspective, the reason why she says it, like I said, she's gonna always say it's because I love you. It's because I love you. It's because I love you. The reason why I'm saying it's because I love you. I love you. But it doesn't sound like love, does it? If anything, I feel like you easily could have a conversation with her. Now, whether she would listen or not, that would be questionable. But with her, you could have a conversation about trying to get her to understand what you're doing. That you're not dividing, you're not trying to divide the household. You're exploring your options, that you're not stuck to her hip when it comes to your own beliefs, that you're outsourcing in your own way, and if it brings you back to God or whoever, or believing in whatever, you probably already had this conversation, to be honest with you, but breaking it down for the older folk is hard. It's just hard. It really is. It really is, especially when you got those strong independent type of woman. It's really hard breaking shit down sometimes. It takes like for some of these women out here, it takes like a near-death experience for them to really, really get concerned and start thinking otherwise. Okay, so she like the church but never goes. Yeah, because that's like, that's more typical, because it's like, my belief in God will save me. You got me? It's my belief in God will save me. My belief in God, it will save me. As long as I believe. I don't need to go to the whatever and go see da-da-da-da. My belief in God, it will save me. To avoid all responsibility from your own actions. But she's strong. She's very strong. Strong resolve, strong love. And it's suffocating. Okay, it's suffocating, but it's strong love nonetheless. And that I would say you're lucky for. And if you don't need to include her on your journey, we're going ahead with your spiritual business, don't. You don't need to talk about that with her. You don't need to. Unless she might never ask either. But that's up to her, right? All bullshit, we're sitting here to change all that for real. She gets a little glow in her eyes. She gets a little too passionate. She probably on the edge of Aries, is my guess. She a Pisces Aries cusp. So she's a powerful. She knows she's strong too, and she knows she has strong influence on you. And when you don't fall under her control, she's saying, "What? Excuse me? Excuse me?" Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what they're talking about today. Excuse me? Am I hard of hearing? What did you say to me? Hey, I know the type. Let me wash your mouth out with soap. Fear the mighty God. Talk about your other life experiences, and if you're not really into that right now, like where you're kind of more in the introvert mode, where you're not even really having too many experiences other than intuitive and spiritual, I would say make physical plans with her. Go out together. Okay, if you feel like you can't, don't distance herself because she feels like she can't understand certain parts of you. She knows what certain things that you like. That's her job as your mother. She knows you like clothes. She knows you like looking good. She knows you like the material pleasures, as does she. So explore that option too. Don't just completely cross her out because she doesn't understand the path that you're on right now. Okay? There's chances down the line that she might. And either way, I feel like it's just easier for you to physically be there for her at times. And I know it gets heavy. But I'd say water it off your bag. Water off your bag. Because you love her. Water off your bag. Be there with her physically. You all can go out together and get your nails did together. If you're not into that, you guys can go out clothes shopping. You guys could go, go sightseeing or some bullshit. Go here, go there. Like, start making plans that way. Don't get distance from your mama because she love you. She love you. And I know you love her. We don't gotta agree on all things, right? And you remember, you don't have to give up on what you want for her neither. Like, that's key too. You don't have to like pretend to anything. Stand your ground on what you believe in, what you want for yourself spiritually. But when she asks, when she's asking this shit, you don't gotta lean towards her or anything like that, because she understands that you're just as pig-headed. Okay, just like she's pig-headed, you're also pig-headed. And I feel like, low-key, let me tell you a little secret. When you do talk about spiritual shit, she does listen and she does hear you. Now, she might say something ignorant or whatever, but she does listen and she does hear you. Okay? So keep in mind, that shit does swirl around her mind. She's not just completely... She listens. She knows. Okay? As old as she is, she got a... Fuck, man. She got that, very hard-working lady. I like it because it's Capricorn. I know she's got Capricorn strong somewhere. I can feel that shit. That Saturn energy. Because Saturn is so, can be so strict and so... But once they get, they soften up around... when the person is there with them physically. That's why I suggested that to you. It's because sometimes communication just doesn't happen. But when y'all can sit on the couch together and watch movies and do goofy shit together, they love that. I love that. I don't like talking to people sometimes. I just want to sit down and have a nice meal and watch whatever and laugh about it, bitch about it. Watch a little anime with my family. You got me. What other questions did you have? When you change, they change. Often, if a person does love you, they will start changing their tune out of respect for you, because they see how driven you are about it. Once you do act on what you want, like when you are for certain and for sure, and you're in there, you're in the middle of the trenches, they'll be supported nonetheless. Even if they don't love what you're doing, they will support you nonetheless. That's true. That's real love. That's true love. They don't have to agree. You all don't have to be the same fucking person every single fucking day. That's what it is. Don't let it cause division, though. There's other things that y'all enjoy together. I feel like I feel like most of all, like, old people's problems sometimes with the older people, not old people, with spirituality, is that it's unsure. They don't like opening up their mind to another level. They like God, even though it was created by man, because it's it's written down in textbooks. It's for sure. To them, it's for sure, and it's beaten into them from a young age too. They like that shit because it's just, it's easier for them to see something than it is to hear it and just believe it off of hearing shit. They could have spiritual experiences. They could have ghosts and people visiting them, and they could have all those experiences, but also kind of put it on God. So think about her perspective a little bit too. It's like, okay, so this is something that you've lived with for a very long time. I won't disrespect you. I won't look down on what you believe in or feel, right? Because that's what you learn. That's the way you cope with things. Just like you're using spirituality as your own coping. She copes with it differently. And I like that. I do like that. You know, a little variety, putting a little variety in the system. I don't down on people because they believe in God or gods or anything of that nature. I find it very interesting. I love the history of it. I just don't particularly, you know, I actively practice the voodoo, because it is within my, respectively, my DNA. But, you know, when I look, because it's an assortment of beliefs and you can consistently go ahead with your own life and your own journey, your own path, and there's no judgment and harsh rules set in place. I love that. It's the one place that I can like just freak the fuck out and nobody gives a flying fuck. I don't like harsh rules unless I make them. So there it is. She needs harsh rule. She needs God to lean on. Well, you need yourself to lean on. I agree. They have no knowledge. They don't know the history. So that's also triggering for them too. You know, that's also triggering. But let's see. How will those in my life react when I come out the closet? Take your time on this one. Oh, I got you. She said, take your time. She raised 2 kids by herself with little help from fam and baby father. She's so strong. She's very strong. Of course, Anna. I'm sorry. My phone was slow as balls, y'all. What the fuck? So, reaction of you coming out the closet. Listen. Are you planning on coming out on your birthday? There's a lot of family. Okay, so the first thing I will say, and we'll break it down. I'm sorry, but to me, the image of you sitting, because for some reason, like I said, you do definitely have a way about you. Okay, you have a way about you, a way of doing things. You like to spring and surprise people sometimes. I feel like it's shocking when people see this will be out of character for you. Okay, is to like sit down with people and have this particular conversation. So I'm imagining in my head you sitting down with your mom and possibly like a sibling, whatever, and being like, yo, so, and it's so like dead silent, like pin drop silent. I'm imagining that because it's out of character. Like I can even feel like the little giggles and shit. Like what is this about? Type shit. What is this about? What is this about? All right, let's see. So, obviously, there's an attachment to old ways of things from all people around you in your family. Okay, is that correct? Because that's what I'm feeling. Okay, it's never quite like, in a way, I feel like it's never questioned because they don't necessarily want to know. Like a lot of the things about you, they don't know because they don't ask. Okay. And so when things like this come out, it feels freeing to you, and to them it's a mark of confusion. Because they're like, I mean, we don't necessarily have to know who you're fucking. We don't really. I mean, you know, spirituality, hoodoo, doodoo, voodoo, and all that. But we don't really have to know who you're fucking and what. It's gonna be uncomfortable, and with all due respect, it often is, right? When you're dropping a heavy bomb, regardless of what it is. Like I could, I'm imagining myself right now, right? I'm like, which. They see me bring home tons of women. So they wouldn't even. They'd be like, oh, "You're gay." They'd probably blow their brains out because they'd be like, "You've been bringing home women and shagging since the end, like the edges of time and shit." So I don't know what. You're what? But so like, if I was attracted to another man, they probably, like I said, they'd probably be like, So all of that was a lie. No. Well, unfortunately, like there's a. I feel like your family loves you. Okay, like that's the one thing. You stress over this so much, and it's something that you hold over your head all the time, right? Your family loves you though, and yes, they may disagree with certain life challenges. Okay, but that doesn't mean that, yeah, no. I feel like they would absolutely accept you. Okay, I feel like they'd be a little weirded out, be like, what? But at the same time, there's something about knowing here too. Like certain people might know, like they might have talked about you kind of behind your back, and be like, we've never seen this individual with, So it's this individual because they like talking. Pisces like talking a little, a little s. Now, what? Okay, so this is one thing I want to say. There's a lot of trauma built within your mother, in particular, on this topic. Okay, because of that, she might ask you things that are very uncomfortable. Like because she's trying to understand it. Okay, so she might say things like, "Did you get diddled? Is that why you don't like?" It's very ignorant, I know, but this is something that like you're talking to an old, like even when I'm gonna say so, I'm gonna admit so. I was raised by very old people. Okay, not old school because they know gay people existed. They never had any fucking problems with it, anything like that. They knew everything like that. But when I met my first gay person, I asked so many dumb fucking questions. Now I reflect on it. I'm like, now I know tons of gay people. I live in New York. Of course, I know tons of fucking gay people, tons of weird, like me, whatever. But when I first met my first gay person, which was an uncle, I was like, so do I have to be weird around you? Or can we have a normal conversation? Like, how do I do this? And I feel like that's going to be the navigation, okay? They're always going to love you, always going to accept you, but this is something that eats you up inside, right? So you want to express it. This is what's going to bring you some of your freedom. Essentially, I feel like this is what's going to bring you some pleasure because you're not used to talking about the truth to, your folks. Okay? They just want you to be happy. They just want you to feel confident in yourself. And if this slams down your confidence and makes you a little bit more introverted and not really wanting to speak, then they want, I would think that they would want this. Okay? She's cool with gay men, but don't respect because I think she's been molested before. Okay? And I know that's probably a bomb that I don't know if she'll drop it, but I believe she's been molested before. Okay? And that, unfortunately, was something that even happened in life. I have a lot of people in my family who talk about their experience as well. And it's heavy, right? But either way, like I said, she loves you. Yeah, she's talked about it before, too. She's talked about you and possibly what's going on with you. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a very, like, you're going to be able to release it very quickly. Because you're already androgynous as fuck. They already said that you androgynous as fuck. So would it be that crazy? Would it honestly be that crazy? But I do think she's been molested before. By a woman. Maybe by a friend, anything like that, But it's hard because that's a pattern of things that we need to break too, because it's like anyone can do that to you. Anyone. And we can't associate a particular with that. Yikes! Right, it's a yikes. But like I said, you're her child. She's going to. She's obviously going to feel like differently, right? You're not just some fucking bitch walking down the street. That shit might like be like, oh, get that whatever that is away from me. A little stud action, be like, what? Sometimes studs are so up in your. Not that I care. Up in your grill and shit. Trying to grab my dick. I thought she was gay. I'll stop. It's New Yorker talk, okay? Okay, what you say? Life frozen, go, let it go, let it go. Yeah, that song for real. It's gonna be, damn. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, like I said, that's what you're doing right now. Out of nervous, you're doing little nervous laughs and shit. You're doing little Taurus nervous laughs and shit. But this is what they say about it. You deserve it. You enjoy. You need the quality time. You need the open space just to release it. Okay, release the cracking. Okay. Actually, I believe that was in Taurus. So I just did. Hold on. Hold on. I did a Taurus reading that I'm gonna post after this. I believe the main message was release the Kraken, but I could be. But like I said, I believe that was the main message. Release the Kraken. I would spring it on them in a time of happiness, not stress. Why won't my ex leave me alone? They're obsessive and stalking. Well, first of all, what sign is your ex? Hey, Shirley. A baby fall a million times before they will. Y'all play? Did you, I believe you playing Aries? Oh, yeah, and fire signs do have an attachment issues, especially when mommy and daddy weren't mommy and daddy. You got me? So I'm gonna say this person's creepy as fuck, and I think that you didn't really go in thinking that because you kind of thought it was normal. Okay, in your environment, not necessarily in your familial environment, but you thought it was normal coming out of a particular, is this like your first ex, your second ex? Like, this is kind of situation where you're not really understanding it because it's your first time dealing with someone so dark, okay, and obsessive and weird. You're amused by it. You kind of like it. So don't lie. Don't hide from me. You kind of like it. Taurus is a fucking trip. Cause y'all are the quiet version of Scorpio, right? When your Scorpio, like, I know that people fuck with me and obsess with me, cause they get one taste and one touch type shit. They get one wink and I already know this shit about to go down, motherfucker. Ooh. And then Taurus like, what? I don't even know what I'm doing. But that's it, okay? You haven't really released this yet either. Okay? Like, this is someone you had sexual relations with. Like, that could be the person that we was talking about too, like, intuitively, who's affecting you. But you've had sexual relations with this individual. I did not have sexual relations. Or sexual conversations and all of that, and you trusted them with the intimate part of yourself, maybe for the first time. Like I said, are you young, or was this your first relationship, or maybe a second or a third, maybe your first relationship of this caliber, your first Aries? Oh, you poor soul. I love Aries though. To be honest, that's probably who I'm gonna end up with, because them motherfuckers are the only ones who could talk back to me, and I'll be able to sit and deal with it. I love my Aries. Well, they can't always be winners. They love you still. I mean, it seems like you have temptations towards this situation too. They love you still, but they're weird. You hear my voice, they might even be trying to like stop you from moving on this way, make you focus on them. Just to, oh yeah, you a baby. She said, I'm 24. Okay, yeah, you a baby. Even though I'm 21. People are always like, you're 21? What? What? Well, okay, you're 24. So you this is early on in the game, love. You still got tons of fucking crazy, weirdo, creepy fucking creepazoids to go. Okay? And like I said, in all, you're gonna find that in all communities, to be honest with you. So it doesn't matter who you did, they, them, K, Kim, Coolio, Julio. Don't matter who the fuck you dealing with. You're gonna be dealing with crazies from all sides, because they're interested in you and your reserved nature. They love people who don't talk to them. Okay, crazy stupid. They love people because they like to be able to say whatever they want to somebody who just listens. Tauruses are good listeners. Will sit through anything, right? That's what they love. They get obsessed with this like version of you that's trying to save them or help them grow or be this way. That's what's going on. Okay, so it's up to, like I said, you have this pussy power, or whatever you want to call it, that you're just learning about. Okay, it's new to you. So what I would do essentially is explore that, right? Don't keep thinking. Don't keep. So I know that this is amusing and it's silly and it's stupid and it's bitch acting like the Joker type shit. Like, bitch, you crazy as fuck. But some people belong in the sticks. You got me? If you know, catch my meaning. Some people belong in your past. They just don't belong with you at all. Okay, they can do whatever the fuck they want and feel however the fuck they want. They can say, oh, we have a soulmate, whatever. We create soulmate connections in our head. That's my belief now. I just, I can't. Because if you can choose not to be with a soulmate, or to me, it's a soul attachment. Okay, they attach you through sexual means, through intimacy, all that type of shit. And then they get in your head, and then trying to cut them off. It's like trying to cut off like a fucking steel line. Like, that shit is steel. So, like, you can't just take a normal pair of fucking scissors and snap that shit. You gotta get the whole plier system and just start going, get a chainsaw and go, and that might even not break it. Not completely. This just wasn't a clean break, too. I feel like that's why they hold on to it. Even though there was a little, I could see some deception, some third party, some fourth party, some fifth and sixth. And it's just... Don't worry about it, love. You're in the right mind space when you say it's amusing. Don't worry about it, okay? Maybe explore the feelings a little bit deeper. Why do you find it so amusing? Like, why? Because it's kind of fucked up, right? Okay, so you want me now after it's done. Interesting. So you love me now after it's all done. Interesting. Anyways, get back to your little single Pringle. I believe we have many soulmates. I just don't like calling them mates, because who says that that's a mate, right? Who says that that's a mate? A soul attachment, okay? Who says that's like your mate? You know what I mean? Like lions, bitch. Lions are whores. You know that, right? Lions fuck anything that was. Male lion fuck anything that was. Male lion don't fuck another male lion. Sorry, y'all. That's Animal Planet. But I'm saying, fuck mates. Fuck mates. Fuck buddies. Friends with benefits. Maybe that was your situation. I believe that was your situation. And you realized, oh, wait, I don't really feel anything towards this person. So what do? Fall in love for the first time. She got all Google-eyed. Or they got all Google-eyed and all that. See, I'm trying to correct my grammar. I'm not sure how you identify. That kind of shit is hard for me, but I gotta try. I do not believe in twin flames. I don't. I don't. Here's why. Okay. I believe we have stronger biological reactions to some folks. Okay. And people don't look at this from the scientific standpoint when they're into spirituality, which I think is fucking stupid, because I think spirituality and science are pretty much the same. Like when we look in the sky, we're looking at science, babe. We're looking at scientific reactions. All of that. Scientific structure. When we have a sexual affinity or an affinity for somebody's features or an attraction to someone's, even their personality, it sets off shit here and it sets off shit there. Why wouldn't it be a connection? That's more dick to ride. It sets up a connection. Okay, you recognize who you're compatible with instantly upon meeting them. You realize that you don't even gotta touch them. You look in their eyes and you know that that person. I'm not into that fucking snake looking hoe. Like, you know, last night even I was saying like this bitch looked like something that crawled out from under a rock and shit. I don't want your bitch. I'm not attracted to your hoe. I might look her in the eyes when I'm talking to her because I need to do that. To me, in order to get my point across, I'll look people in the eyes. But I don't want your hoe. Nigga try to stand in front of his ugly ass fucking gremlin looking bitch. You and her, you know, match made in heaven, because y'all motherfuckers both ugly. But like I'm saying, I don't believe in twin flames because I think we just have this automatic kindling. We know who we're compatible with, not because it's necessarily a energy attachment. We can create the energy attachment, but I believe that it's a biological reaction. It's not just because you find that person sexy. It's because the literal millions and billions of cells in your body are wanting to jump out at that person. That's why we feel hot and warm and like we're burning and shit like that when we having that good sex. You got me? When we're doing that fucking. That's why it's so easy to attach your energy to it and start reading that person's energy and mind. It's because our whole entire biological system is reacting to them. Our lungs and our fucking organs are shutting. Like, you know, when you get butterflies in your stomach, when you meet someone who's shit is bubbling up inside of you, you might get hot, you might start blood, whatever. If you're that type. I know I have my crushes pretty good. You know, other people, they start like shaking and freaking the fuck out and the whole face turn purple and shit, right? It's a biological reaction. There's no other way to explain that, because a soul connection is something that we have to create. Think about the process of soul, okay? Of your soul, of your energy. Hinduism, Buddhism, whatever the fuck you want to believe in. Think about that, okay? A soul connection or a soul path is a singular path for you. It's built for you, not for anybody else. Okay? It's not built for anyone else. Now, if you believe in past life connections and everything like that, I believe our energies have met before, right? But that doesn't necessarily make a strong connection or a twin flame connection. We can meet before and not fuck with each other at all. We can hate each other. Okay? We would want to rip each other's fucking head off. We could want to curb stomp each other. Okay. All right. But our energy, the soul, is ours. That's ours. It's not anybody else. Nobody else can claim that. You got me? You can share a pattern with somebody. Y'all can be similar as fuck. You all can even look alike, bitch. But that person will never be you and never go down the same path as you. Okay? Wake up and smell the fucking flowers type of thing. It's all relative, y'all. It's all relative. So what we see through our eyes is going to be our world. And if you believe in your world, you believe in twin flames and soulmates, where I believe in the more biological standpoint, where I say, damn, you're fucking sexy. Like, bro, like you are, bro, you are so fucking sexy. Like, When I am attracted to somebody, I know instantly I'm attracted to them, and I'll glare that bitch down, be like, look her up and down. Oh yeah, shit. Cause I'm in, like, that's how I express my affinity, is I'll verbally and physically execute. Okay, spiritually I might be a little bit like, yeah, because I know this bitch got a couple of dudes under her belt and she probably got a baby daddy and blah, 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 blah. But then I'm like, but she's sexy and she knows she's sexy, and I'm into that. I'll grasp onto that type shit. Can I get a past life? I can do a little bit of a past life situation. Now, let me explain past lives real quick and how they even tie into the equation. Because a lot of people think it's like, oh, I've lived a million lives, or I've only lived one life. Or the soul is not linear. We're all fucking connected. So we've all lived millions and millions and millions of lives, as millions and millions and millions of different fucking things. There's no possible way that we aren't all connected in some type of fucking way. You are your twin flame. Thank you for saying that. Yes, you are your own twin. You realize the whole entire soul's path and battle through time is between the dark and the light side, right? Or that's how we explain it, the dark night of the soul, and then, your higher self. You are your own twin flame at the end of the day. Nobody can make that for you. Nobody can create your soul path for you. And people try to change other people's soul paths through magic and all that. It never works, because that person always goes back onto the same track no matter what age. So, Tiger. Thank you. There's no such thing as half a soul. I believe there's a such thing as soulless, but not half a soul. Paid another 11 on Cashapp. I heard it. Thank you. And I read what you were saying, Shaylee. I understand. I thought I met my twin flame. My first love to me was to everybody, they say, oh yeah, my first love was this way, that way. I dealt with my first love for 19 years of my life. This person was way older than me. Way older than me. Okay, I didn't feel that dependency, that motherly, father, whatever. I didn't feel that. I felt truly in love. Truly in love. I've truly felt in love with a person. And I know what love feels like because of that instance. So I value that instance, but I don't value that person no more. Because I chose to walk away from it. As much as my heart said, oh my God, we're so compatible, and like we don't, we're not the type to fuck every single day. We can have conversations. We love the same thing. We can do this. It was an Aquarius, by the way, y'all, which is technically what I am, but I'm a little in the edge there, and she was a little in the middle. I was in love, and I know what love feels like because of that experience. That's all I took from it, is that love really does exist. It's true. It's real. It's not just, biology definitely has something to do with it. Was it toxic? Absolutely. But I know love because of that experience, regardless. Okay? Regardless. Because to me, all qualities within us were the same. Even our toxic pieces. That's why we couldn't break away from it, because we were the same. Essentially, we would do the same shit, right? I wasn't in a relationship with her for 19 years, but I was a friend, so like very close to her, very good friend for the longest of time. We were in a relationship for about, I would say, 2 years, maybe knock off a couple of months off of that. But we realized it wasn't working, and it's whatever. I felt like if you love someone, you got to learn to let them go. And if you also love that person, you'll want to stay close to them no matter what. Even if you have to sit on the sidelines, right? You got me? Even if you have to sit on the sidelines and get, it's like what is it? It's patience, right? And I had patience with myself in getting over that person, even though it was something that tortured me for years. Bam, bam, bam. I got through it. And I was in a lot of fucking relationships in between there, y'all. So don't think that was the only bit. I was in a lot of toxic relationships after that point. Okay. But I didn't know any better. I didn't know what love was. I didn't know like that love was that feeling that I was feeling. I thought it was more just an attraction. And I could do it with anybody. I was like, oh yeah, anybody. Wrap it up. Yeah, well, I don't have any kids, so there you go. That's all you get. I can't guarantee the wrap up, but distractions are nice, exactly. I lived a lot of lives with a lot of different people. I will say that. I never know, whether it was a white girl, a Mexican girl, a fucking black, black fucking priestess from Zimbabwe and shit. We lived it. I lived with them. I did live with a couple of them. Jesus fucking Christ. That's how you learn whether you really love somebody, is when you fucking live with them, for real. Y'all motherfuckers, you can say you love somebody for 2 goddamn years and not live with them, and then you start living with them, you hate their fucking guts. Tell you that. Anyway, if you don't wrap up in there, well, I'm saying some of them, I have some strong genes. Some of them swimmers, no, some of the swimmers, babe. Some of them swimmers, I can't say, but I know I got a couple of ghost children around me and shit. Okay. Let me get to this past life reading, right? I was trying to read what y'all was saying. I've always moved really fast and lived with all of mine except one. So my last situation, and this is just purely for scientific reasons, y'all. I don't really get sentimental over my past relationships. I could talk about every single one of them. I would love to say that, like, I had some good times, but I always had terrible luck with meeting the exact person that I hated, because I was attracted to what I hated, and I thought I had to learn to love it, because that's all I was gonna do, is attract that same type of fucking hoe and be attracted to that same type of hoe. But I learned to break away from that with my last person that I was in a long-term relationship with. And that person, you think you have monkeypox? Get to the fucking babe. Get to the hospital. I didn't know that's what you meant. I was like, what the fuck? But I was with Leo, actually. So yeah, I didn't know her whole chart or anything like that, but I know she was a Leo. Her birthday's coming up too. There isn't a cure. Monkeypox. Are you saying you? What did I just do? Y'all see that change? What did I just do? Did I click on a filter? It's not that. It better not be that serious. I don't want to say goodbye yet. Stop clicking on fucking filters, bitch. Okay. How do I get rid of these? But the thing with the Leo, it was a different type of toxic, and that's how I knew I was growing too. Okay. That's how I know. When I got with this person, I don't know if I felt attraction. I don't know if I felt love for her, if that makes sense. I felt like she was a part, like we were a part of each other in a way. Like we were a part of each other's upgrade or downfall. For me, I would say it's an upgrade. I'm not sure how she's doing today. Now, I've always been curious. Like, I wonder where some of these people are today. But at the same time, like, I know some of them have passed away. I know some of them are, out there doing the same thing that they was doing 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, too. But the Leo was like, she taught me a lot of things about myself in my actual, like, ability to be intimate. That's what I would say. Because a lot of what I would resort to would be sexual situations, almost always, like instantly. And then I was able to take something slow for once. And I took it slow for about a year. I talked to the bitch for like a year. And I was like, we kind of go good. And I kind of decided to get, and then move that way. It was like what is it? A fling? I guess you can call it a fling. Probably my easiest relationship would be that one. But it still was toxic in certain ways because a lot is hidden from the naked eye with Leo. right? People think that Disney is real. Fuck that. Wrap it up. And at your age, it is much pride and amazing that you have learned all of this. I'm observant. I'll put it that way. Very observant, and my family's been through a lot. I learned from listening and observing. It's in my nature. It's Taurus, 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 Taurus. He said I'm a survivor swimmer. Me as well. Another whole story behind that one. Jesus. But thank goodness that all of my siblings, my full siblings, are full siblings. Anyways, you said that blunt looks phenomenal and making me want to teleport through the phone. I feel that, bitch. It's actually a cigarette. And I know, you're like, ew, like disgusting, but it's a cigarette. I smoke Marlboro Red Shorts. Have for the longest time. I always loved that, I loved Camels and I love Newport. Newports was just like basic, like any party, you just pick out a fucking, say I smoked it well, then you know. I make shit look good. I could sell this shit. Opposite attracts, absolutely. You're gonna have 2 babies. I think I'm gonna have a fair share of children. I think the first kid I'm gonna have is a son, which I can deal with because I raised my little brother. But the next 2 are gonna be all of the rest of them are gonna be female. And that was what, y'all, this all leads back to my dream that I had. But anyways, I want to get to the fucking past life reading. Then I'll talk about that. My first child is gonna be a Leo. I know that. Don't forget our kid, damn it. Well, you trying to have a Leo? What's up? We gotta time that shit. I'm playing. But I know my first kid's gonna be a son. I have dreams about him all the time. Jesus, that one dream, brother. Like, y'all. Jesus. All right. Let me talk about your past life, BK. Okay. The first one that we're picking up on, the first one that they say is a slave. The first one they say is the slave. Hold on, what did you say? You said, how many brothers and sisters do you have? I have 2 siblings. I have my older sister, who is 7 years older than me, and my younger brother, who is 2 years younger than me. I have probably like 16 half siblings on my father's side, but he's not in the picture. Ooh, damn. All right. Okay, so, well, first of all, in a past life, you was definitely a strong male figure, I would say. I feel like this connects to kind of who you are now. I'm gonna explain it in a weird way, because I feel like this is somebody of status. Okay, like I heard status quo. You've always kind of had status in life, even even I would say in a weird way. Okay, it's not like you had status through like, oh yeah, you was famous, everybody recognized you on the sidewalk. It was like fame within your communities. Okay, fame within your roots, like fame within your tribe. Okay, famous for doing something. It's kind of like the Guinness Book of World Records. Like nobody gives a flying fuck about who's in there, but when you see the achievements of some of these folks, you're like, damn, that's a lot of the time. Damn, that's a lot of like dedication. So dedication is also one of those things that you peek into. BK. I feel like there was also a lot of I heard permanent trials, like things you had to go, like a thing that you had to go through every single period, every single lifetime. More in the most recent one, I feel like it does have to do with your sex. I feel like it has to do with the struggles behind your sex. I feel like in particular, now my belief about past lives is that they're all connected through familial lines as well, and that honestly, when we look at past life, we're not looking at random people. We're looking at people like that got reincarnated into the same fucking structure, the same family line. Okay? And that's why we can talk about guides so easily being family members. It's because you used to be one of them. Okay? So you always had some sort of thing about you. Okay? It's good like a story, yo. Yeah, so listen up. No, ironically, I feel like you also had I don't think you had a strong spiritual belief. I think you had a very strong religious belief. And that, that's why I feel like there's a lot of distrust within religion for you right now, currently. Okay? Currently, I feel like because of your past life experiences with religion, you hate religion now. Ain't that kind of crazy? It's like, okay, so down the fucking sperm line, like I said, I believe you were a man in your last one. Somehow you made it, like, I want to say the reason that you might have even been chastised or like created as like a public enemy would be religion. Okay? Because I feel like you cared a lot about like people's feelings and morals and situations, and you didn't like the way things were within religious structure. Okay? I feel like you were also a Scorpio, which is the opposite of who you are now, interestingly enough. But I feel like you were a Scorpio. Now they're talking about spiritual possession right here. How this person, this past life person that you would embody, is definitely like in your life actively as one of your guiding weapons and tools. Do you have like a grandfather, like a great grandfather, or people probably passed down about or talk about often? There is definitely like a male figure here who you're connected to, who I feel like I said, he was famous in his own right, and so his lineage and the things that people talk about probably got talked about orally through the mouth down the line. Okay? Damn, your dad was that's the only thing he was good for. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I would say you deeply, I know your roots probably a little African up in there, but this feel like almost like, for some reason I got fucking Muhammad Ali in my head, right? And he was Muslim. And the reason why he turned Muslim was because of his wife. Okay? He turned over a new leaf because he wanted to start over. And I feel like that's a part of your pattern too. You might have been even Muslim. Okay? You believed in something that was completely, different. You might have even an Indian accent in your hair and shit like that. Like where your hair isn't really like the typical. It's kind of like your hair is different, coiled different. It's thicker than, or maybe even thinner. But either way, there's something different about like the actual roots on your scalp that kind of tie you back to this too. So even the way that you wear your hair currently right now connects to this past life person. Like the way that you hold yourself in everything. Like I even heard the structure of your body even. Like obviously Taurus got that, they stocked the fuck up, they built the fuck up, but I'm saying it's foreign, like definitely foreign lands. I want to say it's Muslim influence. Strong Muslim influence. And I'm black, my parents don't have that hair. It's that strong Muslim influence. It's that strong Indian culture. Like, yeah, portal inside your DNA right there. Portal inside your DNA. It's a person. It's definitely, I would say that people probably talked about him down the line. So it could be a grandfather. It could be a great grandfather. Okay. Could have been even like a what is it called, a preacher of sorts, maybe preached his own word about like Muslim influence, all that kind of shit. Because he knew a lot. For some reason, I could even picture him taking drugs. Okay, and he knew a lot about spirituality. Okay, he knew about a lot about the world from his experience while taking drugs. Okay, so there's that. Like he definitely was doing a little of the, he was doing a little something here, smoking a little something. Okay, that good, the little roots and shit. I could see someone picking shit out of the ground, or possibly not cotton, okay, but picking some shit out of the ground and like doing a little, yeah, like getting into himself, okay. Lots of self-reflection, lots of loneliness too, lots of loneliness. Like, this is also the type of person to spend like tons of time outside on the porch, or like outside, outdoors. It might have been enforced, because it is that time, but I know you spent a lot of time reflecting it outside all by yourself, like just completely alone. There's a lot of times in your life where I feel like people did fail you, unfortunately. Like I said, I could see somebody who might even have had no parental influence at all. I'm going to say no parental influence at all. And right now, I feel like your biggest trait that you have in common with this individual is that you're so independent, highly independent. Okay, you're dependent in a certain way, but you're very, very independent in your mind. Okay, and I want to say that your biggest lesson here, and why you come back to particularly this structure, this line, in the unfinished business that you have, has to do with capitalizing off of your independent influence. Okay, your spiritual influence, your religious influence. Even if you don't end up in a religious lane, you're always going to be a preacher or a teacher. And you taught yourself here. Okay, you thought you could save people. Even I could see that you definitely thought you could save some folks. It didn't turn out that way necessarily. Okay, you might even thought you could save your own family at certain points, where it's like, okay, so you're head of household, thought you could save your own family from the things that were going on, the patterns of racial superiority and all that kind of, the complexes, you thought you could save your family. I think a lot of it like ended up turning on you. I could even see alcoholic dependencies. I could see death here because of possibly alcoholic dependencies. You should ask I'm gonna be honest with you. If you have both parents in your life, or maybe your mother, I would say ask her a little bit about possibly like a great grandfather or if she knew any of these people. Might take her back a little bit, but right, you're like, I don't know if I want to ask those questions. Like, she get into it, she get into the war trauma type shit, get into the PTSD and all that. But I would say that this person, she might even have known. If not, then she heard about it. Okay. I like this because I think that this person was very, very, very strong-minded, very, very stubborn, just like you are now. But you're quiet, and he wasn't. And I think that also set him apart from most people, is that he wasn't quiet about injustices and stupid shit. He wasn't quiet. He's very authoritarian and very strong about it. Very, very cutthroat. Like the Muslim really does stand out. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I keep bringing it back to like that particular way of things. Like the Quran and everything like that. Heavy religion. People bowing on their knees. Even I can see that, people bowing on their knees. Like, I even heard bloody knees. So like when they're praying or going into certain religious practices, it was very hard on their body, in their physical selves. Okay, I could see that, like very hard on their body, like to the point where like I could even see this person particularly having issues with holding food down. Okay, like he couldn't hold food down. Yeah, went through a lot of suffering and consistent suffering when it came to his own religion too and his own values. Maybe chose to walk amongst like I would say he chose God, his guides, or his particular religion over everybody else. That's also a regret too that I could see here. That's also a strong regret. He chose to walk the path of, you know, obviously down the line he procreated, right? But instead of family values, he held religion over his family. Okay, very very hardcore. He held religion over his family. He might even abuse that power. I could see here. He might have abused that. You're like, no, this is the way you do things. That's why I think it's a grandfather or your great grandfather. He projected a lot of beliefs onto people, and it created a lot of structural imbalances. It almost made them hate him. Yeah, I would say it made it because he's so like I could see him being so fucking intelligent, so smart, and like, but people, like you say, you people get like they call you crazy or call you like weird. This dude was truly crazy and truly weird. Okay, it truly triggered people. Like he truly, like he would call out people, truly triggered them to the deepest to the core because he knew things. Okay, but there, you know, things that you got to make up for in this lifetime, particularly center around family. Being able to keep a family structure in your life, keep you know, almost like keep your sanity in a way. Because without intimacy, without those relationships, we don't, our value, our self-value, it fades. And then you might end up, you know, in a place where you're completely alone. This man was something else. Like I said, I'm gonna say that it is somebody that somebody in your family might even know of. I'm gonna say a great grandfather, possibly just grandfather, but like I said, you know, they'll know him when they hear about him. They'll know him. Okay, so if you want to show this to anybody, well, they don't really. You're like, fuck, they don't even fucking. When they look at this shit, maybe ask around though. You know, I don't think you really know a lot about that particular DNA line strand, like the background. I mean, I don't think you really ask because it's like, I don't know if I want to know that because I know how you are, and I don't know if I want to know anybody who influenced you, right? Calling a spiritual business, so the fact you're picking up on this is wild. Yeah, I mean, overall, I say you're in a pretty good spot on that like north node path, which means you're on your soul path. Okay, you're automatically kind of falling into line with things that define you. Okay, accentuate you and your purpose. I think it's going to be harder for you to hold on to family values, absolutely. But remember, that's one of also your curses, your familial curses, is to leave everybody behind, right? Leave them in the dust and never look back. That's why I reminded you with your mom, is don't let her out of the loop just because y'all have differences. I know you don't want to talk about those differences. I know there's some things that you're holding deep inside that you don't want to really move into yet, but you're going to. Okay, even if you want to save it for later, I would say yeah, this person also did die, I would say, of an illness. I would say of an illness. I don't think he died at a normal age. Okay, I think he died of an illness, something that was going around. I could see that, something that was going around. What's interesting is that whoever this person is also has strong attachments to his mother. Okay. Yeah, his mother taught him how to be overcome like tons and tons and tons of fucking like life battles. I'm getting like the movie story. Okay, so this is the story that I'm seeing. like his mother, like when they were broke and shit like that, or not even broke at this period. It's probably when they was trekking across the fucking desert or whatever, be getting put in line and shit like that. His mother would like over uh protect him from like the weather, would pick up like the grains with her hand and like feed him with it, like she'd like scald herself and like do such like sacrificial savior type things for him. That's why he believes so strongly in it. Kind of sad, but at the same time I feel like this is like almost your mother, your mother in this life too. That's how y'all are connected. Okay, it's the same type of feeling where she would sacrifice, she would walk on hot coals for y'all. You know, she would burn over y'all. So that's it. That's like a connection here. Because like I said, I see this dude's mother. Like I see this little tiny, skinny, shaking, cold, dry lipped little kid. And I see his mother picking up and feeding him with it. They're like, okay, let's keep walking, let's keep going. Let's keep going. But doesn't that relate to your life now, like strongly with your mom? Like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do. I brought kids into this world. I'm gonna have to do it, right? That's my process. Minus maybe the super Muslim focus on that religious part. Because like I said, I see the woman in the robes and all that kind of shit. Particularly in like, I don't know how to explain it. I guess I'm going to say religious wear because I don't really know the terminology for those types of things, but religious wear, okay? Like I said, I think that people know of this person, or if you told them about it, they would know, okay? But this person is definitely still very strong within your life, your particular life. Yeah, they say you're here for a transformation, okay? You're here to transform your suffering into everybody else's pleasure, or the things that you have been through and gone through personally, and even in your family, the things that your family has gone through, you're here to transform them into something that is pleasure, if that makes sense. Your pain is other people's pleasure. That sort of is like, again, sacrificial, but in a way that is healthy, if that makes sense. So you're meant to kind of put out your trauma and expose yourself to the world and that sort of thing, okay? That's the best that I can explain it. Because, damn, this dude. Yeah, they talk about extreme intelligence, like savant, like sapiosexual, like definitely knew way too much about the world. Way too much about the world from a very young age, going through tons of suffering, tons of lessons within very, very, very short amount of time. Lots of suffering. But that began the transformation, is what I heard. That began the transformation, or that began what you're facing now, right? You'll get through it. I have a feeling like you have like a way of doing things that is slow, but like I said earlier, it's not about being lazy. It's about being careful. And I like that about you. Because I feel like that's going to immediately equate to you being able to pass all of these soul trials and tribulations. You're going to be able to take moderate steps to something so big and so huge. You're not going to rush it and blow it out of your ass. And I like that. But yeah, that's what I saw. I like that. Yeah, summon a better outcome. And I have gin and juice on the bottom of the card. Gin and juice. Symbiotic relations. That's how you know it's somebody you're related to. But yeah. And then here we go. Back to your roots. We got Captain Saberhall. We got death, transformation, metamorphosis. There's death again, transformation. Here for revenge. I got chills when I said that. I got chills when I said here for revenge. Because then I don't know what's going on. Then I saw from repression, because you got repressed. Can you do mine, please? Well, you gotta pay the toll, love. Pay the toll. I'm not just handing those shits out. You got me? Pay the toll. I got chills when I said that. When I said that, chills. You're dope. Thank you. I like that type of shit because for me, the soul's journey is not. It's not linear. It never is. Okay, it never is. Like, we can experience so many different things. Human beings, first of all, we're so fucking crazy because we're constantly changing our lives based on the everyday experience. Like, we should wake up every day and feel like it's a different experience. We're never going to just do the same things. We're always acclimating to super traumatizing experiences. That's what's crazy to me. And that's why I like doing the past life readings too. I want to do past life hypnosis one day. But I got to work on my hypnosis skills. I get distracted sometimes. The revenge thing gave me goosebumps too. You're here for revenge. Because I picked up on that, and then I got the repression card right after that, after being repressed. And I heard like repression of the protest type shit where, like I said, that's how much of a strong believer you were. And so you could look at your mother and see those types of fucking things, right? Even if she doesn't frequent church, she's a strong believer. Okay. Even though she's not sure, she believes. Okay. And then I got to switch over to Christianity somewhere down the line, but it is what it is. Okay. All right. So Jasmine, what kind of reading did you ask for? What kind of reading did you pay for? Thank you, Mother Angel. Thank you, Shaylee. Thank you, moderators. But I like that. I like that. One question. What's your question? Got a little chapstick on before I look. I hate cracked lips and I hate crusty lips. You said, okay, one more question, then you can keep the other one. If you have one more question, I'll hit Jasmine real quick, and then I'll get you, okay? You can post it if you want. I'm giving you permission to post it. But I'm going to hit Jasmine. Okay. She got a real question. You know what's funny? You want to know what's funny, Jasmine? I didn't even touch the cards, and this is what's here. Look at it. What does that say? House, home. It's the first house. House and home. House and home. New beginnings. That's the first card that I didn't even touch nothing. I didn't touch shit. Let's see. Okay. You're scared, right? That's the main thing that I'm seeing is fear. But I feel like your fear is overcome by like the energy of freedom or wanting to be free. It's really keeping you up too. It's really making you feel like you have to. It's almost as if in order to survive where you're at right now in your home, you have to constantly remind yourself of what's coming for you or ahead of you. It's like constantly give yourself hope, constantly be like, it isn't what you want right now, but you have to keep looking. You have to keep looking for. You have to keep doing it. Just keep going, keep pushing. You know that you're gonna get what you want if you keep pushing. That's that type of energy. Have hope. There it is, right there. I don't think you're going to go through hell on this move. I think the biggest hell is going to be your own mind, okay? You're trying to start a whole entire new life, and that's no easy feat. That's no easy process. But once you get out of your comfort zone and actually aim for it, like make the steps, actually create the steps to doing this for yourself, you're going to be in an entirely different mindset. Because I keep picking up on Aries too, okay? You have to remind yourself that, like, regardless of the amount of money that you have and everything like that, you'll always make it work, okay? Like, even if you got to be on a fucking tight budget once in a while, whatever, like, you're going to do what you need to do, okay? That's... Yeah, this is transformation. That's what I heard. This is transformation. One piece of advice that I'll give you. Hold on. Let's see what else to say, just in case there's a little extra on there. Okay. So one piece of advice that I will suggest to you. You have like a little bit of a habit of thinking about what happened in the past, possibly when you moved or tried to move or tried to make moves on something. Don't let the past bother you and stop you. Remember, like, that's the thing. Like, you're basing it off of an experience that wasn't planned or hashed out at all, okay? And now you're willing to do the footwork. So don't allow that to stop you from what you currently want, because currently you are a little bit of a different human, okay? Like, you gotta work it. You gotta work it. You gotta work it. And don't forget why you want this shit in the first place, okay? It's not just because you want freedom. It's because you want a future, okay? Don't forget it. Financial. I could even see in the next season, so fall, okay, in the next season, I would say around September, October, tail end of September and October, there is going to be a zone for you to really move. So, like, move homes or move to wherever you need to be. So I see that, okay? Yep, confirmation. Yup, again, confirmation. You know what the 8th house is? Scorpio season. So Scorpio season is November. Could be around there too. So maybe I was wrong on that. Maybe it's tail end of October and November. Because Scorpio season is all November. And that says house right there, babe. And so does the first. All these say house. Okay. Not even meaning to pick up those goddamn cards. All this shit is shuffled. I'm kind of surprised when I looked down, it was just structured. You'll get it. You'll get it. Alright, what's next? Spirit, a house is expensive. Even if you got a downsize, love. All this shit is temporary too. Said, I got my eyes on this finance person. I mean, super fine. How would she react if I told her I liked her? Let's see. You've been holding this in. Hold up. Well, first of all, she's got her own little situations going on. She's got a lot of X energy coming in here where she's got a lot of situations she's still dealing with, still trotting through. Now, if you were to say you were attracted, let's see. She's fruity, so she's definitely fruity a little bit, at least a little bit. She would want to, like, if you just talking about sexual, she'll get sexual with you, okay? She would get sexual with you. She down for that. I mean, she down for that. Anything more, if you're looking for something serious, she's definitely not in the position for any of that type of shit. But she would get down with you. I feel like she want to talk about it, you're a friend, whatever, like, not sure how to take it at first. Not that taking it back though, because she knows that she's attractive. So she ready. She said, take me somewhere. I donated for 3 more. Thank you. I'm trying to make it. I mean, like I said, if you're trying to do all that, it's not going to work out, love. There's about like 5. You got to get in line because there's about 5 more people that she be dealing with. That, you know, I wouldn't say she a hoe, but she know. She know how to go somewhere. Okay, she gets the job done. Jesus, she get the job done. I can't sleep. Oh, I'm sorry, love. Well, my favorite like sleep technique is to try to like walk out and start breathe, like just start like doing shit. Okay, breathe and like look around, be like, you know, start picking plants. I like to just like rip up the ground. I'm like, whatever. I just go outside, breathe for a second. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. Let me go inside. When I'm like, oh, maybe I need to, you know, water the plants or something, do this and do that, and clip a little bit of the bushes and look for the newspaper, and do this, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm tired. I see a firecracker, but like I said, you be careful now, okay? Because like I said, this person, I don't see them giving up their 5 shares of pussy hair for you. Okay? Because there's men involved here, there's women involved here. I would say mostly men, but like I said, attraction is there, open to threesomes, open to the polyamorous environment. So if you into it, I need to go outside. That's what I'm saying. If you're not tired and y'all be like super ready, just go outside, start picking shit and doing all this extra shit. And then as soon as you like think about it, you're like, okay, I'm ready for bed. Also, sometimes I just like go out and I'll lay down. I go outside and just lay down for a second. I haven't been outside. Yeah, get you some sunlight, love. Look at the little pale. Get some sunlight. Some breathing. That fresh air. Alright, Jasmine Moore. She said, I'm so done. She said, I'm about to walk out of this. So, Jasmine, what's good with you? What's your 3? I'm gonna be a vampire when I grow up. Damn. Sometimes I feel like that too, cause I'll be up all night, but then I'm also up in the day. So that shit, like, damn. I retire my vampire ship type shit, and suddenly I'm like a sunshine. You said, yeah, I'm trying to compete. I'm gonna just make my presence known and naturally knock them out. Yeah, get a little confidence up in there. You know, it is what it is. Maybe turn over a new leaf and that's it, and whatever. Maybe you'll make that person fucking turn over the new leaf. It's been hot years, I love. But maybe that'll make you tired too. Like you go out there for 2 seconds, you start sweating, you're like, damn, I'm going back inside. You lay down, ooh. Some good sleep. I get my best sleep when it is warm. Because I would turn on everything in the house that moves air. Have it cold as fuck in my room. With mother nature, yeah, for sure, for damn sure. I've been trying to do it every single day because it is very healing. Like, I'm one of those people where sometimes when I work, I won't be able to leave. Like, I can't leave when I'm working. I can't detach from work. It's so hard sometimes. But as the moment I go outside, I'm like, ooh. Will moving 2 weeks to Indigo Apartments be good for me? Let's see. So, solidly, like I said, I saw something for you in near the November lane, okay, end of October. But right now, for the apartment, I would say, this is unfair, a little bit unfair, but I would say, like the situation at hand and why you're having to do. But I would say, I'm reading the whole shit. Hold on. I see I can see something to do with like 2 or 3 weeks on a Wednesday. I could see you moving in. Okay? I could see you moving in. Do I see you necessarily liking it and enjoying it? What I will say is, if you of color and you're young, there might be a little couple awkward situations up in there. But other than that, like I said, I see it being fine for this season. Okay, I see it being fine. Okay, this is a really good moving season, y'all. By the way, and October and November are too. So yeah, I do see you at least being able to set it there for a moment. Okay, and you're gonna feel free. I feel like they might try to beg you back into the house for some reason, right? There might be like a weird, awkward situation going on, and then you're like, you tell your mother whatever, and you got me, you got me, you got me. If they do invite you back, just know that the cycles continue, the cycles continue. Because I don't, it's not necessarily that she wants you to live in a dangerous or a scary place. She just wants you to be independent. Okay, she's not gonna keep bailing you out of everything. She wants you to be able to do that type of shit yourself. Okay, but yes, I do see you getting. Like I said, I see 3 weeks possibly. Let me see. These time frames. Guessing. Yeah, she don't want you in a nasty place. She just wants you to realize and rediscover yourself in a way where she don't have to fucking consistently push you for that. Like, this is how she learned. Okay, how she learned was the flock leaves the hen house type shit. That's how she learned. And so it's being enforced on you. And I know that feels tough and sour. It makes you sour as fuck. It makes you feel scared. It makes you feel annoyed. But you're going to be okay. I want you to know that, first of all, you're going to be okay. You're you're a lot more independent than most people your age. So you're going to be okay. Home, privacy, there it is again. Home, privacy, roots, family, authority. She's teaching you who's the law of the land. You're going to be fine. I see the house. I see the apartment right here. Okay. See the apartment. I saw a health question. What did I say? I'm actually not mad. Yeah, I do think that you probably find it pretty reasonable. I'd say the situation is stressful. Maybe that was the wrong word, anger. But I would say the situation is quite stressful because of the allotment of time and everything like that. And maybe I should have quit smoking sooner. Enchanting Warrior, I apologize. Doing someone's reading right now. Are you about to get off? I have more questions. Let me bless your pockets. Don't get tired of me. BK. I have to love on everybody. I have to give everyone a little love. A little sentiment. You'll catch me later, though. You'll catch me, after this last one, I might cut you off because I want to give everybody else a little bit of love before I hop off, and take a piss and rehydrate and get rejected many times. Different situation. Yes, we have to get rejected and to understand that sometimes rejection is someone's protection, and that not everyone's ready for a relationship, and that you need to not have your ego inflated every time some dumb bum asshole says yes, and then ends up disappointing you. Right? They might know they're a disappointment, so take their word for it. But I will be on later, by the way. Like, I'm dedicated to that. I will be on later. I know I will be. Just one more. Okay, just one more round. Um, Jasmine, didn't you have two more questions? I'll take your time though. I can't wait to go out. Y'all keep seeing me look outside. I'm like, phew, it's a good day today. I can cause it's very hot and I hate the heat. This weather right here, like where it's like in the 65 zone 7, this is the perfect. Virgo. Right now, I am in the process of doing a couple of readings right now. So, if you could read down below, all of y'all that are new, have never seen my face before, definitely read down below so you can understand what's going on with this situation. What is the advice in my living when it comes to my friends? Reputation. Okay. Good question. Good question. Good question. Okay, so I feel like in this lot, you're kind of feeling the loss. Like this is why like I said, this is why the stress and fear is so big for you. It's because you don't really have many allies. Like if that, to be honest with you, like it doesn't really feel like you have people to support you in any type of way, even if it's just verbal support, like anyone to help you do this, help you do that, like that's kind of like that's the fear of it. And just I think you had like a thing for bad people. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you had a thing for bad people, and it's not because they were bad, it's because you sensed good within them and you found it hilarious, you found it fun, you found it exciting in a way. Okay, you wanted excitement. You didn't really look for the sapio, like intellectual communication. You just look for the fun. And I want you to look and reflect on that for what it was. Because it wasn't an intimate relationship or a supportive relationship. It couldn't have been. Because these people were strung the fuck out. Okay, you know that. You just had a lot of fun. You were a lot smarter than people gave you credit for in these situations, because these people were bum in their head. They just didn't have the brain cells and they couldn't rub two brain cells together and get to where they needed to be. Okay, so I think you got used to that. You got comfortable with that because they would all give you all this attention because you're so outspoken and so intelligent. But I want you to get used to feeling not a little bit above everyone else, but like you have a brain. Okay, and I want you, this is obviously a choice that you have for yourself, but I think you do belong in the higher ups, okay, in the intellectual lane, in the finding the people who really do vibe with you on a level versus people who are lower and a little bit dumber than a sack of fucking rocks, okay? You are very, very different than most people. You're very different. And to hang around low lives is almost like it lowers your standards for yourself. It lowers your quality of life. It lowers your ability to find love because you're like, I'm a scum too. Like it's like you start thinking like them. You're like, why am I thinking? Well, because you pick up on all their bullshit, right? Why am I thinking like a scum? Of course you took distance away from these people because you felt insulted that you would even put yourself in that position in the first place. Okay? So I want you to recognize that you're smarter than the average motherfucking bird. You might have some issues on under pocket. We all do. And I'm not brushing your issues off and saying that they're any lesser than anybody else's. But what I am saying is that you're strong. You're strong. You're an intellectual. You have a strong sense of self in a very, very powerful way with words. Okay. Like you took the parent role in a lot of situations with those friends, as you say. I would say more like kids. It's the best shit I heard in a minute. Okay. Because they looked at you as like an old weary, like, you know, like what I saw in my head was the little fortune tellers on the side of the fucking lot or whatever, telling, like, just calling over random people to be like, let me read your palm. Oh, this is, you know, in the intuitive shit. You don't deserve that, love. Why be people's parent when you could just be yourself? You can just be the person that you are at that age, right? You can just be that person. You can just be yourself. You don't have to be anything else for anybody else. That's the pleasure of being free. And like I say, you're aware of yourself too, so. And you even just said, you're like, well, yeah, you know, I knew I was rebelling in a way. You know, you see, you know. So, okay, just know that nobody can really bail you out of this scenario because they aren't even they're in la la land, love. They aren't even close to where you're being at right now as far as your independence goes. Not even close. Nope. Nope. Not at all. So just keep that in mind. They don't, you know, I heard bunking with them, rooming with them, anything like that. They don't even have that type of shit going on. Okay? They aren't stable enough for that. Nah, they aren't. So feel good about your choices because that means you're really valuing and taking yourself seriously. Hey, Amaya. Good to see you again. Let me stop drinking this water because, you know, y'all know I have to piss. I keep reaching. I'm like, damn. Nah, I'll finish it up here. It's not that bad. Jasmine, did you have one more question? Go run and do it real quick. See, once I get up, then I don't want to keep reading, though. I want my reward to be going out and exploring outside and shit. I'm going to finish up here, like I said. When I'm already in that energy, then I walk away and get distracted. Y'all are like, what the fuck happened? Like, what up? Yeah. I just want to keep the energy going. It's that ADHD quality. Over the Scorpio, once I saw the Scorpio, I did see the Scorpio. I've heard of Clubhouse before. I did see the Scorpio. The first person you thought understood you, but actually groomed you. Was there an age difference here? I saw him. Was this a grooming situation? Maybe you didn't view it that way, but it seemed like grooming to me. Was he older than you? Even so, he had... okay, yeah. Love. You felt important. That's what I'll say. So he inflated your ego. Okay? And I feel like you weren't really sure about this in the beginning. And I feel like even now, you're still not sure. I feel like even now, you're kind of like, you know, you're upset, you're sad, you're frustrated. There's a lot of things that you feel towards the situation, which I do feel like you should let out. Okay? Because ignoring it and pushing it to the back and be like, I'll deal with this later, is not going to work. You should deal with it now. You're allowed to mourn a relationship. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be fucked up over a situation. But don't let it control you. Okay? Shed some fucking tears, right? And then sniffle up. And realize that, like, this situation was an important piece of your life, an important piece of your learning. It was a learning experience. It was a lesson learned. Like I said, he's, you know, he groomed you. He used you for what he needed. And whether you view that from like a negative perspective or not, because you might have been trying to do the same thing, but he's still older than you and also not necessarily wiser than you, but knew what he was doing, emotionally manipulating. Okay, he knew exactly what he was doing. In the end of all things, like, you know, it's always up to him to be responsible for you. Okay. I feel like he taught you about your identity, like who you really were, maybe accentuated on that. That's why you're mourning the relationship. But remember, you did those things yourself. He didn't have to do that. Okay. He could have never ever hit your life ever, and you still would have found that shit out. Okay. So we didn't sleep together. It doesn't matter if you didn't sleep together. Grooming is not about sleeping together. It's about the intimacy. Okay. And intimacy is also a verbal connection. So even if y'all talked online for a long, long time about deep, intimate, flavorful things, that's grooming. That's grooming. Okay? They leave a strong imprint because it's like a father. Okay? It's like a father. Okay. Keep it as an important memory, though. Like, it wasn't all, obviously not everything was negative or is negative. Keep it as an important lesson, okay? And it helped, you know, did boost your awareness, okay? Made you think. And if that's the type of relationship you're looking for, of course, I would experience a little bit more of life and get yourself right on track. But yes, you will learn how to grow from that situation. Absolutely. Yeah, you will. Stay away from the younger type of men who think you their mama. Even the older type of men will think you their mama type shit. Come crying to you and shit. Stay away from those types. I mean, you still gonna hit them, and I know you still gonna try to whatever speak to them some type of way. But I'm saying, love, Jesus, they are all over you. Christ Almighty, they love you like flies on ish. Obsessed with it. I heard grief stricken, yeah, because they didn't like. Yup, they were like, oh, you know, it's like my mama never left, or my mama was never cold to me. Why do people want me to be their mother? It's a natural. So I would say it's a natural response, but it's a unnatural response. It's a trauma response. Because they've been through some shit with their own mother in their own life, and they don't recognize that as trauma. And so because they don't recognize those things as trauma, they don't really have a sense to like what a positive or healthy feminine person or energy is. And so they find attraction to female, obviously, but then they it's almost as if they look at you like you are their perfect idealization of a person. They put you on a pedestal, and then whenever you disappoint them, they rip you off of it and then try to beat you up emotionally and mentally. Okay? That's what I'm saying. They hold you to the standard of a mother and a parent that they never had, or they did have and was a piece of shit, and then they rip you down from the pedestal. That's trauma. Okay? And that's trauma bonding. If you accept that and enable that into your life from those particular types of people, that's trauma bonding. You're able to have like a good experience with them nonetheless, but that doesn't make it right. Okay? Because they should view you as an equal, not on a fucking pedestal or above them in any type of way. They should view you as an equal. You should teach each other. You should be able to romantically and invest in each other. Not have him looking at you like he wants to suck on your titties type shit like you his mama. He should be strong for you just like you're strong for him. I want to deal with it if they did. Yeah, because that shit is overbearing. Like, even from my standpoint, I deal with a lot of females who like to attribute me to the father authority. I can't do that. Like, deal with your own, wipe your own ass, deal with your own trials, but don't fucking equate me to that type of shit. Like, yo, you're just like my, don't say that. You remind me of, I don't care who I remind you of, motherfucker. Jesus. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, Shady. Nah. Because that's not respecting you. That's not respecting your boundaries either. Bitch, I never told you to put me up there, so don't put me up there. Alright. So, BK, because you want to know more, right? Last round, okay? Last round. Thank you for making me a little rich tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. And also, y'all, if you have like quick questions before I do bounce off, how will my transition out of the military be? Will I be financially stable, or will there be some battles? Let's see. Oh, I love some of these. That's why I stay on, because I love some of these questions y'all come up with. Oh, okay. I see the fear here. You're like, no, I'm kind of too pretty. I'm kind of too nice for this. I'm kind of too nice. I'm a little pretty for this. You know. Okay. Okay. Worried about financial future. First of all, they already say you're gonna be rich. So take that or leave that. I'm saying the terrified part of you is kind of thinking about your past, especially if you already have possibly some influences that way. Like, you're thinking about the past a lot. You're gonna be fine. Like, so every time I go into the pile type shit, I'm reading. I keep getting tons of money cards. Bam, 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 bam. So let me see. Specifically, let's see. Play your position well. You're still young. And that gives you the chance to work through this shit, work through the positives and negatives of everything that you want to do with your future. Like, you left some goddamn good shit. Like, you left a good chunk of your life, love. A good chunk of your life to work out the rest of everything. I keep seeing, like, things you don't want to waste any time. That's the first thing that I see, okay? But I don't think you're gonna be wasting anything, okay? Like I said, I keep getting rich as fuck cards. I keep getting self-care cards. I keep getting therapy cards, where it's like it's therapeutic to you or healing to you in some type of way. I feel like you've dealt with enough dysfunction or seen enough dysfunction that this is gonna work for you. Naturally, like, your family is the acclimating kind, where they acclimate to all of their surroundings, no matter what it is. All of their jobs, all of the odd ends, and all that sort of thing. So I could easily see you moving through this. Okay? Yeah, you're restless for it, though. You're restless. I feel like the fear, you might be acting like you're scared, but I feel like you're restless. Like, you just want it now. Remember, it takes time, love. It takes time. Yo, you want it now. I know, don't serve me the dark night of the soul. Ain't no fucking jokes, for real. That shit will smack you, and slap you. Slap you fucking silly. Yeah, so the attachment to not wanting to be vulnerable, okay, because you love to self-discipline yourself. You love to punish yourself. that type of attachment might stop you from capitalizing off of your own skills and talents. Okay, because you try to put yourself in your place, if that makes sense, and that sometimes will take blows on your cash and your money. But really think about it. Really think about yourself and what you're capable of, because we're capable of a lot. Okay. Don't just keep beating yourself up and being like, oh yeah, no, I don't know if I could do that and what. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. You can't do it. You can do it. That's if you're already thinking about it in that future perspective, that means you know that you can do it, right? You know you're capable of it. You wouldn't fucking prioritize that, okay? You wouldn't prioritize something that you know you couldn't do. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay? That's Taurus. It for goddamn sure is. I'm telling you, I procrastinate every goddamn day. But in the end of all things, maybe it'll take me a couple of days to decide something, but I'll do it. I will follow through on that shit, because I know if I'm already thinking about it, I've already thinking about all the odds and ends and all the negative, horrible shit that could happen at the first half of the fucking day. But by the end of the day, I'm there, and I know you can do that too. It's self-discipline. It sometimes just gets on your nerves, because essentially you're disciplining yourself for no reason at sometimes. Okay, like when you're spending too much, obviously self-discipline. Okay, but I'm saying you're gonna get it. I know you will. You'll latch onto it very, very quickly, very fast. Okay, do we have quick questions here? Thank you, BK. I appreciate all the you're sugaring me. What else we going? Okay, yeah. Do we have any quick questions that I can pass through? Okay, Tashonda, what's going on with you? All right, Shaylee first. Navi sent me. Excuse me. You said, has Naveed sent me any questions on telling them? Where are my little, hold on. There it is. I have a pendulum, y'all, and also a chain wrapped around. Okay, I have a chain, an extra fucking chain. Okay, here we go. Did he ask you any questions on telling them? It's not yes yet. Hold on. No, he didn't. He didn't. All right. What is he hiding? Let's see. Oh. What is he hiding? That he's thinking about his ex? That he's thinking about his ex, and that he's a little bit of a creep. He's thinking about his ex, and he's a little bit of a creep. That's what he's hiding. Does he like younger women? Is that his obsession? Is younger women? He's a little bit of a fucking creep. Okay. Yeah, you're a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're dealing with a real bastard. Okay. I mean, you go, that's your choice. That's your choice. But I'm saying there's still an ex there, and there's still someone in the picture that he's possibly even intimate with. Okay. Definitely. There's a side chick and side man. Okay. Side chick and side man. Maybe that's what he's on, but I'm saying he's weird. Okay. There's a weird side here that I'm picking up on. Weird fetish side. Maybe like a weird foot fetish or whatever it is, but it's a weird fetish. I know that. Watch out, monkeypox. Jesus. Hey, Miss Libra. All right, small questions, y'all. Small questions. Things I could, bam, slam out. You're the younger woman. Okay, I'm saying. Get whatever you need. I was gonna say get your bag. I don't know if that's what you're in, but I'm saying Side man, yeah, I didn't mean to say side man, so I might be saying something without even knowing it. Yeah, know your place in his life, and just know that you definitely not the first, and you definitely not the last. Okay. How does money look for you this week? Get that Benjamin. I got that car. Yup, it's gonna be there, love. It's gonna be there. They said stay excited. It's coming for you. Um. Okay. Okay. So to do with your health, you're gonna have what you need. Okay. If you're working on your health, or some maybe there's someone in your life right now who you're dealing with the health issues, that sort of thing, you're gonna get exactly what you need. Your finances is coming too. Yep, you're gonna heal. And they said you're gonna heal perfectly, perfectly, perfectly. You're gonna look good as fuck. Yup, you're gonna look good. Absolutely, it's coming. You're gonna have everything you need. How you feeling this morning? I'm doing pretty damn good, to be honest with you. I'm so excited about out here, like the sun. Really, it's my everyday ritual now. Is to just go out and fucking sit. Take. Okay. So who asked this? Marriage in my future? Yes, I see marriage. I see marriage. Now you're gonna deal with a lot of, like, I feel like going back to the exes type thing, like dealing with on and off relationships, connections. Now, obviously, that's a choice that you can make, but just know that, like, you have kind of a tendency to stick around the same people for a long time because that's what you're comfortable with. Okay, that might, that might even end you in your relationship life a lot of the time too. Is that you always go back or always try to deal with them in the same way when they come back. Okay, so that might be a limitation a little bit, but like I said, I do see you in the marriage life, married material. It's going to be a bit before you get there, but you'll get there nonetheless. Okay, well, next you said, well, obviously I'm not a doctor, right? But I will just do the pendulum, and remember, this is just for fun. Nobody can sue me. This is just for fun. Not really fun when your niece is sick, but is your niece Sophia sick with something serious? Remember, go to the doctor. That's a no, but let me try one more time. Is she sick with something serious? That's another no. But like I said, doctors first. Doctors always first. Try to heal. I feel like she might mock it up to a lot, like more than it is. But like I said, I don't want you to second guess that, because when a child is telling you something, a child is telling you something, right? Even if it's a little pain, it don't matter. Like, or even if it's a little bit, go to the doctors for sure. When they telling you something, they telling you the truth nonetheless. They don't know how to lie like that. How can I manifest like good things in my life after going through a lot? I just want to stop thinking negative. Yes, it's easier said than done, but I'm just stuck always. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll give you a couple pointers, but hold on. Will you please ask if there was abuse there for? Abuse for who? Abuse for who? Why will my older son move soon? Let's see. Let me take a little bit of a back. Y'all ask. Hold on. Yes, he will move. When he moves to. Yes, he will move. Yeah, he's gonna. I mean, for now, he's gonna keep. Okay, so I think he stopped complaining about it, but it's definitely something that's like on his mind heavily. He will move. Okay. Now, as far as soon, I would say like I see Scorpio season heavy for movement. Okay, so Scorpio season is like October, and it's like end of October, ass end of November possibly. So I see that end of the year move. Okay, let's see. Ask about abuse. And then I'll get to your big overarching Miss Libra, and I think that's where I'll cap it. Okay. Let's see. Was there abuse there in that situation for Sophia? I believe you said Sophia. Was there abuse there? That's a no. Okay. Was there abuse there? That's another no. There wasn't. Okay? There wasn't. I would say maybe even COVID. Something of that nature. Or like, yeah, she's got something going on for sure. But I would, like I said, take her to the doc. It won't hurt you to get second and third and fourth opinions, as many opinions as you need. All right, let me bounce back to Miss Libra real quick. So, Miss Libra, you're asking me a really, really good question. And I love giving this type of advice because to me, I found many, many ways to not distract myself from my pain, but embrace it a little bit. And I've given many people a lot of fucking answers as well, okay? So what the first thing I will say is, do you ever think for the arts at all? No, when I think of Libras, I think of like a affinity for the finer things, okay? Fine dining, finer things. You have an affinity for things that are like with color, if that makes sense, okay? You see through like almost a lens that nobody else can see through. It's almost as if you're walking around wearing 3D glasses at all times. You just see things so differently. You love music. Do you write music as well? Do you write music as well? Because if you're into writing, if you're into you love cooking too. Yeah, see, you're into multiple fucking things. These are healing pieces for you. I want you, as you're dealing with some of these stressful ass emotions, okay, these depressions and like darker periods, I want you to try something new in that lane. So if you love cooking, maybe try baking, right? Do something completely new. Even if it's something that you fucking fail at or you're not good at, just do it. Just do it. Okay? Because these are skills that are a part of you that, regardless of whether you're good at it or not, like, embrace that. It's not about being perfect, even though Libra, perfection. Whew. It's not about being perfect. It's about doing it, feeling it, and feeling the control that you have as you're doing it, right? Because you're saying you lost a lot of control. Okay? You've been through a dark period. Now you're trying to gain control back by doing things, even if it doesn't turn out to be great. It reasserts the fact that you can make it out. You can make something of yourself. Okay? So if you like painting, if you like writing, if you like drawing, if you like going outside, doing tarot, whatever it is, tarot is more or less something that can be kind of like where you're supporting other people but not supporting yourself. But you can also do tarot on yourself, essentially. Or learn it if it's something you're interested in. Okay? I hate that part about myself. Like, everything has to be on point. I hate that don't hate that. Okay? Because I want you to really look at that as a for better or for worse, that trait is also what makes you superhuman, if that makes sense. You see things in people that people don't see in themselves. You highlight the best characteristics in certain people that drive them. Okay, like you're able to call out somebody's like soul behavior. That's something that's unnatural, and that's only natural for Libra. Okay, I would say like us intuitive people and psychics and whatever. Yeah, we got a little bit of a gift, right? Or whatever. I won't even say gift. Everybody is intuitive and psychic no matter how we fucking slice the pie. But I'm saying those who refine it, those who have like almost like a loose belief system, Libra's more looser in that way, right? Y'all really, really, really have a powerful gift in seeing humans from that different perspective. Okay, now that has created problems for you in the past. I'm not saying that it hasn't created the worst problems. Okay, with picking people apart and everything like that, being super, super, maybe even petty. But it's not bad. Okay, it's not bad. Remember, you teach people things that they can never ever learn from anybody else. Okay, well they could, but you know, through trials and tribulations. It's almost as if you give people a reason to be like laid back and lazy. You make them love themselves, if that makes sense. You're able to hike them up on a pedestal just as you're able to kick the pedestal out from under them. Okay, and your perfectionism also makes you very beautiful, physically attractive. So remember that, right? There's times that you beat yourself up about that too, but you got it, love. You got it. You got to look at that beauty, because there's beauty in that fucking skill for sure. I got it, yo. The fucking spamming bots and shit. I think too, like you have to envision your own version of utopia and what you would be doing there. Your own version of heaven. You gotta create that for yourself in your own home. If your own home is, say, it's like clustered, okay, cluttered at all, like you got shit all around, whatever. Maybe there's old shit that you equate to a certain time. Okay, maybe there's old shit that you equate to like the past. Get rid of it. In your closet, you still carry clothes from the past. Get rid of it and buy new ones. Okay, and I know we don't all got money like that, but I'm just saying, save up and then kick all them motherfuckers to the side, right? That's a journey that you went on, a long, painful, stressful journey that now you can release by spoiling yourself with something beautiful. Not the most clean person, and that's okay. Okay, I talk about like having the OCD with the cleaning and shit like that, but when it comes down to it, I'll collect a lot of things. Okay, a lot of things. I collect a lot of things. I just particularly don't like garbage. But I know by the end of it, if there's certain things that I haven't parted with for a very long time that have no like, just they don't even relate or equal or equate to my life anymore, and they haven't for 3 years, 10 years. I haven't worn that shirt for like 7 million years. I'm a part with it. Part ways. Goodbye. Doesn't matter who gave it to me. Goodbye. Go. Get out of my house. Walk by yourself, even. Walk out of my house by yourself. Okay? You got to learn the aspect of letting go through practice. And these are things to practice with. More or less, I'm giving you ideas that you don't necessarily have to follow through on those exact motives, but get in that mindset. Okay? Cleaning up and doing this and doing that. Following through. Okay, because the biggest problem that people have too with making mistakes is they can't forgive the fact that they made a mistake, because the ego your ego tells you that you're incapable of making mistakes after all you've been through, even though all you've been through may have taught you the wrong way of dealing with your demons, and now you're relearning the correct way and teaching yourself through nurturing and loving and not superiority, not evasion, not like building walls and breaking down doors. You're learning. That's the important piece. Okay, you're learning to release control as well. So, love this. Thank you so much. Of course, Debbie. And that's for that is for everyone, right? That is for everyone. You've done a good job so far, Miss Libra. I don't, don't view like there's a lot of like belittling too amongst a lot of you ladies. To be fair, I think that you've been through a lot, and so when you look back on it, sometimes y'all are like, whatever. Like people been through more, or I made the most of this situation, or oh my fucking god, like oh my god, like all that type of shit. You get frustrated because it's like you don't want to admit what you've been through has affected you. But truly, the moment you admit that, instead of sitting on it and letting it depress you and pull you down slowly, the moment you admit that it hurts you, made you feel sad, bad, fucked up, even if it's anger, don't be afraid of your anger. Face that shit. Because when you hold anger in, that's what makes you the fucking killer at the end of the day. Okay? When you hold in shit that needs to be vocalized or put out in another way, I'm just saying, that's what makes a serial killer. No, but you get my meaning, okay? Not truly, but you get it, okay? You get it. So crazy, it's like crazier than a shit house fucking rat, okay? Like we be out here Bozo the rodeo clown type shit, dealing with clowns like that. I'm tired of playing this victim. Remember, you are not a victim, okay? And it's corny, but you are not a victim. You are a survivor. That's why you're standing here or sitting here, right, listening to my fucking ass right now talk about coping mechanisms, okay? Talk about survival, talking about pushing yourself, because you did survive it. You have been through it. And if you reflect on it as not something that's happening to you currently as a PTSD, and reflect on it as if it is a past, view it from a third perspective, which is, it happened to me. Feel it, feel the energy, feel it unwind within you. Because we really gotta fucking unwind in order to really see shit for as it truly is and was. You can play from your perspective, right? But this is the thing with perspectives. This is what kind of demonizes our ego, even though ego is kind of a good thing sometimes. We are unable to see other people's perspectives, okay? Hence why we made most of the mistakes in the first place. We were unable to value that what that person was dishing out, right? We were unable to sense the value in what that person was dishing out. We were unable to see the red flags, and at times it almost feels like there is none, okay? But there is. And a lot of the red flags attribute to your own past, with your own parents, with your own family, with your own people, because of how they mistreated you. And you might have tried hard as hell to avoid that, right? Hard as hell to avoid your past. But that shit comes right back to bite you in the ass because you avoided it instead of dealing with it right there in the moment. But that I wouldn't even blame that necessarily on you, because when you're a kid, you're gonna do kid shit. You're gonna do childish shit. You're not gonna want to deal with that. Okay, that's just a kid. That's a kid. Kid's mind. That's a teenager's mind. But now you're in the position to face it. Now you're strong enough to face it, right? So they did like a fucking YouTube now trying to cut me up. They say, go take a piss, nigga. But hopefully you catch my meaning, okay? You did survive it. You have been through it. And now you're facing it. You're facing a lot of emotions that remind you of your past, too. And that's why it causes PTSD. It's not just that person. Remember, you're holding resentments from several different people in your life who taught you that way of loving was okay. And that's what you needed to release. It's not just that. We can't put the blame all on that motherfucker, right? You can't just say, oh, that he did me, she did. No. Starts with you, love. And it starts with the budding relationships you had in your motherfucking past. Okay. So that's what we're unraveling. Don't take that lightly. Don't think it's just a breakup. Don't think it's just this, just that. That's why you're hurt. That's why you're emotional. Value that. Because then, like I said too, emotions make you valuable. They truly do. Because when you feel hurt, when you feel depressed, when you feel all these things, it's like, and even when you feel sorry for yourself in some aspects, even though that's not okay. You're valuing yourself. You're crying for you. You're not crying for anyone else. You're crying for you. You're depressed over you. Okay? Again, the ego, nipping, whatever. But you got this. Okay? I'm a hop because I do like this piss, man. Y'all don't want to see me trickle down the leg type shit, but I had a lot of fun. This was a very, very good vibe live stream. We've, in the past we've had a couple of bucket, like I think our last one was wild. It was just fucking wild. Like energy was off the hook. But this was more tame and just I fuck with it. Okay, I fuck with it. I like the energy a lot. And I do appreciate y'all for showing up. If you like this, then like the video. And if you want to come back, because I will be on again tonight. Okay, and if you want to follow me on Twitter as well at culturex, I do readings on there as well, and I do private readings. I do all that type of shit over on Twitter. Okay, that's where it begins. Go take a look. Okay, all right, y'all. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Have a good day too. Like y'all beautiful fucking people. Y'all people, you need to relax. Lay the fuck down and relax. This is a relaxing day. This isn't a torture yourself into the corner day. I had fun. You lie. I know you're gonna give it to me straight. I love your advice. I appreciate you, Miss Libra. All right. Goodbye, y'all.